pod.
Hold on,
Phonzz, I've been waiting. The phone's probably been recording for like 8 minutes now.
We don't have time for yeet.
Yeah, no time for yeet. Don't even play no yeet. I don't want to hear no yeet. I'm about to mute your goddamn mic.
No. Hold on.
No, bro.
Say hard, bro. He's the mumble Kanye.
Bro,
Easy.
I've seen a yeet video before. Bro, I'm good. What are you doing?
Give me a break,
Bro.
buddy.
Bro. All right. Hey, Stevie. What's up, man?
Corey?
What's up, bro?
Doing good. How are you today, Corey?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. It's a beautiful sunny day in St. Louis.
It really is.
The people want to eat.
No. Oh, man.
But it is a beautiful day out in St. Louis.
It's a beautiful day in St. Louis.
Perfect spring day.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful South Side day right now.
Yeah,
Everybody's
it is.
outside at the patios eating Mediterranean food. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sipping on some beverages.
Exactly.
Dude, Grand is really like the best food spot, I think, in St. Louis.
It's like a whole international hub.
You could get whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's
Whatever
also like a
genre.
vegan hot spot, too. Like, some of the best vegan spots are right here.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut.
Bro, you're lucky.
Yeah.
You can literally walk to
Treehouse, Lulu's,
You got your
Terra
favorite
Tacos,
St. Louis restaurant right down the block.
Steve's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Apparently they
pizza?
got good grilled cheese that just came out.
Yeah, they had
Oh,
their whole
yeah.
new grilled cheese concept.
They're opening up a spot in St. Charles with four hands.
Oh, sick.
Mm.
Like one of those
Oh,
pickleball arenas or something. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that shit. By the way.
pickleball.
Yes. All right. It's not the fastest growing sport in America.
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres is on it now. So
Yes, but I'm tired. It's, you know what I think it is?
what?
Colonialism. Sport colonialism.
How you doing today, Phonzz?
Define colonialism.
Uh,
Can you say?
it's kind of like I don't know, I'm just talking shit,
Okay.
honestly. But I just feel like there's other sports out there.
Yeah,
But what about
polo,
Yeah, exactly.
crochet.
Exactly.
Wait,
What is pickleball?
I don't even know.
it's like
It's like tennis. Or
it's like
something?
tennis, but you're a lot closer, and the ball is I think less
Pickle.
bouncy, and the rackets are wooden.
Just hitting pickles back and forth?
Yeah,
That's what it
hitting
is.
Pickles.
It's actually you
Keep it in there.
There's a field full of pickles, and you have to run out there and craft your own ball out of the pickle, and then you can finally go and make
Yeah,
a
and
shot
you
at the
enter
goal.
the arena.
Yeah,
Very soggy game.
it's multiple
Sorry.
steps. Your hands are just pruned by the end of it.
And everybody smells like pickles.
Yeah. And then you eat them afterwards.
Yeah, you just
If you lose,
If you lose, yeah.
that's
Ew.
why it's so competitive.
Ew. How you doing, Stevie?
I'm doing good. Good weather out. Feeling nice. Allergies are kicking my butt, but that happens
Really?
every April.
You're not indulging in any local honey to cure your allergies?
Local honey.
I need
Yeah.
to. I've heard that that's the thing
That's
to
the
do.
thing.
It is the
We got
thing.
a whole jar of local honey at my shop right now, just for people that are going through allergies, and it's
Yeah.
because then you get accustomed with the local bees.
And the pollen.
Yeah, and the pollen, and
That's some real Missouri shit right
dude,
there. Have
that's
some
what I'm saying.
local
It's
honey laying
I,
around.
I don't have allergies. I've never heard of that, but it seems like this year everybody's allergies are so crazy right now that that's a thing. I feel like a lot of people are talking about the honey shit.
Bro, have you looked at your car? It's like everybody's car is covered in pollen.
Yeah, I mean my
Do
shit's
you know-
silver, so I can't always tell. But
Do you guys know why we have so much pollen?
No.
It's because they decided to stop having a lot of random tree growth. They were like, oh, let's just plant the male trees and no female trees, because then it won't randomly sprout up just trees unexpectedly. But because there are tons and tons of only male trees,
there's
They're
just
just
a lot of male
way
tree
too much
podcasts.
pollen. Yeah, way too many male
Yeah, they're
tree
just,
podcasts.
they're just all starting podcasts
and it's just
talking
ruining
about-
the air. We're just breathing in their bad takes.
Hey, colonialism once again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How you doing,
colonial.
Phonzz?
I think colonialism is not the right word. That's why colonial
wait. Imperialism?
colonization.
Colonization.
Colonialism.
Colonialism is
I think that's an era of the world.
yeah. That's how it makes it funny.
But it might be right. It's what you're trying to say is it's white people trying to force their way on
Their
everybody.
way on you, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like eating 3 meals a day is colonial as
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
so they say.
So they say. How you doing today, Phonzz?
Hey, I'm good. We just out here, You know, we focus on health and wealth.
Yeah, you got the blue Audio Technicas on.
Oh yeah, this is the
Brought his
limited
headphones.
edition.
Those are nice.
Brought his mic. Phonzz came prepared.
Hey, I came prepared. I'm ready to fucking pod.
Ready to pod, man. What you been up to this week?
Let's see. I've been like writing and recording a lot more.
Yeah.
It's not going well, but
Stevie's
doing
with me. We're sick of hearing Phonzz records without dropping records.
Ooh.
He's with me. I've been saying that for years.
Hell yeah, brother.
Now Stevie's officially on the thing.
Well,
No more Phonzz records.
Why'd you give him all this?
No, he said it on his own. He said it on his own.
I did not say I want to hear them anymore.
No,
But I think every time you show me a record, I'm like, why isn't this already out? It's so fire.
All right, so here's the deal. This is the plan. I was at work the other day on my lunch break, and I was thinking about like I was like, all right, so what do I need to do, you know? And I watched this YouTube video about releasing instead of releasing albums, the important thing is to just do singles. This is obvious. This has been obvious for years, right?
Yeah, you've tried to convince me a million times to just drop singles.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is like me and Corey were roommates at one point, and like literally like years ago, I should have just been dropping singles. I got hundreds. Probably thousands at this point of songs that never saw the light of day.
Yeah, you bought the Russ book, man. You know the Russ method. 52 singles in a week. He said by number 27, he started getting 10K. And then by like number 29, it was like 50K.
Yeah.
You know, and then 30, it was like 100K. You know, and it's like.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know what the leap, I don't understand what was going on in there, but he was doing something right. But yeah, I don't know. I think I just need to let go of release my inhibitions.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Drop the 50-song mixtape too of just real old shit.
The Mac DeMarco style.
Yeah.
I should. I don't know.
Just do all that shit, just shit you don't care about. Just call it shit I don't care about.
I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm like, I got a plan. I'm gonna start. I got singles that are gonna get released.
Nice.
That's why I'm recording. I'm recording everything with like a very like single forward state of mind now.
Yeah.
You know. So like,
no, I get it.
Like I'm not recording stuff like, oh, this is gonna be on an album.
Yeah, that's healthy. I think that's the way to do it.
Speaking of singles,
I feel way better.
There's this guy I know, and what he would do for a while is he just dropped one song, and then like a month later he dropped two more, and he called them 3Ps, and he would do that like pretty consistently.
Yeah, I think I know that. I think I really like that idea. You should do that, Stevie.
I'll get on that.
Speaking of singles,
Uh-oh.
What?
y'all ain't heard.
That new Yeet.
Shut up. Shut up. The boy.
Dominic?
You heard?
Yeah.
You watched the video?
No. I saw it on TikTok.
Just so y'all know, not Stevie. Corey was not too happy with Dominic's first project at first.
Dude.
And then he liked it. I remember this.
That's so funny because that last year was like my most played artist, and it was that album.
Really?
Yeah, that album.
It grew on you?
Florida
So
is so
much.
good.
Now my boy Dominic Fike like did the Paul McCartney record, and now his shit sounds like it sounds bigger now. Like it sounds bigger. But yeah, this ain't too high.
He got them tips from the GOAT. You think you finna hang around Paul McCartney and not get the secrets to life? Come on. You fucked up if you didn't like yo. So how do y'all really make them Beatles records? You know?
Yeah.
What was y'all really doing?
Crazy bass lines.
Apple Music is so weird now though because I went to play that one new album and it says your name above it because you sent me this record.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about it?
Have you listened to this yet?
Have you peeped the new
The new
Jack
Jack
Harlow
Harlow?
album?
That's a new Jack Harlow.
Yeah, peep the song. Peep the song real
my
quick. Peep the song real
God.
quick. It's all just like
Wait, no.
it's-
The way he starts this song is so crazy though. Wait. I can't believe he said.
Walking past a homeless in a Rolex. Just got off the stage on the Today Show and I basically felt soulless.
Why you let him say walking by the homeless in a Rolex?
He feels bad.
Sorry, that's cliche. I know I'm so blessed, but Jason keeps on telling me say yes. And truth be told, I know he knows best, but I don't want to do no press. I've seen enough of me on this little screen. I've become so vain and insecure about everything. I feel all this
What do you think about this album, Stevie?
Ooh, this song has I have a million thoughts about this song right here.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is my favorite. I love when an artist becomes existential. You know what I mean?
Wait,
This is the best part of
let the
this.
second verse play on this one. The start of it at least. I like this.
So I'd rather just
He said the brags of my rats becoming less and less
No,
convincing.
it's an interesting verse.
The whole album's kind of interesting. The start of the second verse I like.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and you see. Here's the thing: there used to be the sophomore slump. Now there's the sophomore existentialism.
Yeah.
No, it's like his third album though.
Is it?
back in September. It's January now, and I'm feeling like myself again. I got Angel back in here, I need his help again. I'm taking time away, but wondering what a healthy helping is. Fuck it, they gon' check for me. I tell myself and tell my friends. Avoiding any talks about the elephant, chalking up the hate, the jealousy.
You know what that elephant is, Stevie?
I think it's his album, man.
What?
Right?
You know what that? You don't? Oh, you think
No.
the elephant's his album?
What is it?
My exes are oversharing cause they know
It'll make sense.
I'm a long way from Shelby County. I've been through some local tension.
All right.
You can stop it now. I just like that. Like, I wrote that verse in September. It's January now, and I'm feeling like
He said,
It's
"I've
nice.
been through some local tension. I heard some takes of a local bounty.
yeah.
Damn,
This whole it's very clear that the reception to the last project of his really got to him, and he like wanted to just not make anything commercial. He just wanted to rap again, and I liked that. I think that I think in terms
That's
of
what it's
like
about.
an artist that like maybe didn't have a great release, this is like the best response to that.
Everyone was pulling up like his old album covers. Like this cover is like even like it's like the same tone, and they're like, oh, when Jack Harlow drops an album with this color like of a photo, like you know it's about to be hard. And like
Yeah.
it was so funny because the day before I heard a Jack Harlow album was coming out, and I'm like, the fuck we need another Jack Harlow album for? And then the next day I
Corey
saw.
cracked me up, bro. That's the most hater shit I've ever heard.
At least right now, like at least right now, but like,
What do you mean by that?
but no, but let me finish, right? So the next day, the internet's like talking, like I saw those takes, like Jack rapping like this for real, and then like they were talking about like the album cover, and I'm like, oh, that album cover is funny for like how big he is right now to drop that like an album with this cover, and I thought Jackman was just like a weird name.
Yeah.
And then then you sent me the song, and I was like, I ended up doing something at work. I'm like, let me throw this on, and I played it, and it went through real quick. Like it's a quick ass album. Like,
It's like 28 minutes or something like that.
but
Maybe less.
my take of this is Jack Harlow's Mr. Morale,
It might be.
but it's like the opposite edge. It's like
Told
you know,
Existentialism
like
albums
like
of the new wave.
Kendrick's talking about the duality of people, and this is kind of like. This is, and this is kind of like partly against that. And you know what's really going on with this album, Stevie? 2 weeks ago, this big article came out, and it was about his old DJ, like sexual assault.
Oh shit.
Shot and killed this girl like
Wait.
outside of a club like a year ago.
Do you know that there's a song on there kind of about that?
Oh yeah, I listened to the whole album.
Really?
There's a song
he's-
that like essentially the whole album is like a friend being like, "Yo, did you hear about like I think one of the names is like Kevin?" And then like it says all the things about that Kevin did, and he's like, "Our
Yeah.
Kevin."
It's like
And,
Kevin's got 7 rape charges.
I don't
you
know.
and
It's like
our
really
Kevin-
heavy, but
yeah.
like it's written in a way that feels.
But it's
very-
very strange. Like we gotta because it starts out like it comes off a little weird because the hook is like gang, ride for him. He's like, and then he's like talking about like. I
I think it's like
let's play it.
Yeah, wait. Can we play the intro first? Well,
You wanna-
put the intro. There's just a part on it where he's like, "The festivals are filled with Larry Bird jerseys," and
Dude.
like
Are we gonna break down the Jack Harlow album right now?
I think we are.
Thing is, Jack Harlow's a good rapper, and everybody
he is a
gets
good
accepted.
rapper.
My nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Fuck shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. And fuck the hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she want the CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper.
Wait, is this common differences?
Oh, I guess I fucked up. My bad. Common ground.
Yeah,
That ain't the intro.
you could even skip to like the middle-ish if you want to, or like.
Just talking about what I see. It's not opinion based, it's just shit I see.
You're gonna love this album, Phonzz.
The suburbs are filled with ebonics and trap sonics. Frat boys saying
It's a good rap album.
That's all we want out here is good raps.
You say you wanted bars last week. Talking about Frank. This is bars right here.
Reciting rap lyrics by murder and cash profit. Get to feel like a thug, but don't have to act on it. Local homicide rates got him astonished. Reading about it on a laptop in pajamas. Microsoft Office to complete their assignments. Never seen the hood, still can't help but have comments. Never had a combo with a kid from that climate that really has trauma.
What was you trying to hear off this?
I just like the festival line that's coming up.
Oh.
The festivals are filled with Larry Bird jerseys. College students in a hurry to jump to a 4 count and say the N-word. Business interns taking Molly them perks. Trampling on top of bodies and dirt. Condescending suburban kids.
I want to jump in real quick.
Say,
What's up?
No, I was just gonna say.
I don't love some of like.
I think there's like an irony of like what he's talking about here that I don't think is intentional, but like he's like part of what he's criticizing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got, cause like, and then I saw like a rap journalist yesterday like quoting that line and being like, you know, basically like preach. You know, it's like, dude, like he's talking about you. Like,
Yeah.
And you like, I don't know. I'm like, I just think that's kind of funny, but like, but he's also got this song on here, right? And it's called "It Can't Be," and it's like, he's talking about how like. He says it must be because I'm white. It can't be because I'm like, and then there's a whole song about like, you know, just like it can't be because I'm fly. It can't be because I'm this. It can't be because of Outkast and Biggie and my iPod. Like, you know, it's just weird. Like,
Yeah, I don't think it's like a perfect album or anything.
yeah. No, but it is a really cool album. Like, it's really like polarized. And that's why I say this does remind me of like, it is like his Mr. Morale. It's just like a weird like.
Yeah, I mean it's like definitely
openly honest album. Like
him reflecting on like the pitfalls of going so commercial.
Yeah. But I think it's oddly commercial too in its own way of like.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Phonzz?
Y'all saying a whole lot over here.
Sorry.
no, I'm fucking with you.
This album's just funny to me.
I mean, here's the thing. Once you make this album and you go, you know, into your existential crisis mode, you can't go back. There's no going back. You can't go back to, like, there's a reason Drake has never made anything thought-provoking. Take Care was the biggest deep dive into that. And
Yeah.
he never went back to that.
Maybe even I'd say nothing. Or if you're reading This Is Too Late, you kind of went into it a little bit, but it came out as angry.
He came out, yeah.
And that came out as like one of the hardest mixtapes ever, though, too. Like,
Yeah. Well, it was made to feel like a mixtape. It was
Yeah.
100% album.
yeah.
But that's my opinion, though. Everybody has their
No, I get it.
debates on that.
Yeah.
No, it's an album for sure, but
Yeah.
it's just
That was the beginning of the era of the surprise album drop to make it
Yeah.
feel more human. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like the Beyonce album and all that. And
I'm surprised more people don't do the surprise album anymore. But I think it goes to show you just like how important singles and playlists are.
yeah,
Because like most people do like the 3-song release and then the album.
yeah. I mean, that's a whole other thing though. But
True.
I don't know. I think Harlow. I mean, he's spitting. You know?
yeah. He can. Yeah, I mean, that's his whole album. It's like he's really smart at how he writes shit, you know, and he's a really good rapper. There's just like 3 songs on this album that I think are like so like, just kind of.
There's one line that still bugs me, and I'm surprised the internet hasn't talked about it more, but there's a part where he says, I'm the best white rapper since the guy who rapped about like
Sweaters.
vomiting on sweaters or something like that. And I'm like, wait a minute.
That's a fucking reach.
I was like, let's not forget Mac Miller.
It's Mac Miller. There.
It might be on this song. This is the. This is a new white rapper anthem right here.
I can't think of any other reason I win. I can't think of an explanation. It can't be the years of work I put in. It can't be the way that I stuck with the same friends. It can't be the swag I got when I walk in. It can't be the way I treat people or how I make time to see people and make sure that they feel like we equals.
But the funny part about this is like I get this song. I just don't get like.
That make people feel like I'm talking to them.
Oh,
it can't
no.
be the homage I paid. Nights when I could have left the studio early, but I stayed. It can't be the tone of my voice. It can't be the thought I put into every choice. It can't be the Jeep instead of the Rolls Royce. It can't be the downtime with my boys. It can't be the Tribe and the Biggie and the Nas, the Outkast and the Missy and my iPod. It can't be the half.
It can't be.
It
Couldn't be the Missy.
Definitely. What do you mean?
Could not be the G.
It must be a skin.
Yeah, gotta be the skin.
Man. But it is a cool album in a way.
But so is he saying that it is his skin?
no, he's saying
It's
it,
like part of the reason.
yeah, he's saying he's saying
Because he's like it's saying it's all the things that it can't be that, but it is those things.
it's like sarcasm,
Okay,
obviously.
okay,
you know
okay.
what I mean? Like he's saying it must be because I'm white. It can't be
Got
because of
it.
all this.
At
you
first
know?
I thought he was.
It's just
The
a
way
funny,
that when you had explained it first, I thought you meant that he would say like I'm not successful because I'm white. But it sounds like maybe he's being like.
I mean, that kind of is
If
what
he
he's
thinks-
saying.
If he thinks he's not successful because he's white, he got another thing coming for him.
Yeah.
'Cause-
No, well, this is a reply to people just saying he's only successful because he's white.
Yeah.
He's giving all the other reasons why he is successful.
But he
you know?
is. Because here's the thing. I'll tell you right now, the entertainment industry does not operate on how good you can rap. It does not give a fuck. It doesn't.
No.
It cares if you're charismatic, the star.
Well, he does say that too. Like he's saying, he's like, because I talk to people, because I stay after shows, because
Because I have a swag when I walk.
that's why
around.
there is some brilliance to this. It just is like kind of.
Because he is sort of saying that it is all of these things. Like it is because
Yeah.
he's white. It's because he's charismatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's giving all the reasons why he's also talented too. You know what I mean? All the nights in the
Yeah, yeah.
studios. You know what I mean? Like, but he does talk about like, yeah, like being able to like I'm not manipulate, but work rooms rather than like just be like a rapper. Like he's not
Yeah.
saying he's the hardest rapper. He's saying he's.
I mean, the working rooms ain't shit, bro. You know how many times I just stayed after a blank space? Plenty of nights.
Hey,
It ain't
yeah.
fucking propelled me to.
I was on the side against Jack Harlow a minute ago. Now I'm somehow defending.
Yeah.
No, wait.
I'm trying to play the other side on this argument.
No. Well, maybe that came out wrong. I was just saying that like, I think that Jack Harlow is where he's at because he's white. And he's charismatic.
And he's put a lot of work in. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I mean,
Before What's Poppin' came out, I think the dude had like a bunch of mixtapes.
he rap.
Oh no, he's got a
released
lot of
of
mixtapes. That's what this one is like.
Feels
supposed
like
to be like the next
Yeah.
version of that. This is supposed to like be continuing his old like Jack shit. I think that's even like with the name too.
Yeah.
Just maybe that was like a name he used to call himself back in the day too. Like
I thought the beat selection was kind of interesting too.
yeah, no, it's
I
all
feel like hip hop's in an exciting place right now.
it's all hard. It's just it's
Instrumentally.
the Gang 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 song, which we haven't even played, is strange. This one I feel like I could picture people taking this weird.
Yeah.
And then there's just the song talking about like, which is smart, but it's like talking about like the little brother, the big brother, then being like the dad who has two kids, and like, you know, the little brother looking up to the big brother, and the big
Yeah.
brother getting older and getting into shit, and then abandoning the little brother, and then, but it's just kind of like.
Play the Gang Gang one, and then we can talk about that, and then other things.
Ride for my dogs, lie for my dogs, die for my dogs. Ride for my dogs, lie for my dogs, die for my dogs. Because it's home for the holidays. My friend pulled me to the side like, did you hear about Marcus? Our Marcus? Yeah, our Marcus. A bunch of girls say he raped him in the back of some Target. They say he drove him back there in his car, and then he parked it, and the rest is even darker. Wait, which Marcus? Cause it can't be, yes, our Marcus. The same Marcus we collected Pokemon cards with. The one with perfect grades that has family in New Orleans. Yes, that Marcus. He's got 7 rape charges. Ride for my dogs, lie for my dogs.
I think that's where I think this song is weird, of just him going back to the hook
Yeah.
and it not being like the clearest.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's
I think
just-
it works.
it
but-
works. The song is brilliant for that, you know.
Yeah. We don't have to listen to the whole thing.
I was gonna say the second verse almost gets like weird, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It just says the same thing, but about like a dude texting little kids and like.
You know, I relate to that though. Like that, when you're in that moment trying to write that is difficult. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like I'm working on this song, which it'll probably hopefully you'll see this later today. But it's called "My Ops Made Me Cry," right? And it's just like this song about like, you know, it's this song about how like really everything that happens amongst like like all this shit in the streets and just in like culture right now, with like everybody like I got ops and this and that. Really, it's all it is this emotional battle between two black men normally that don't know how to be fucking emotionally mature. The Boondocks called it the nigga moment. I don't know if y'all watched the Boondocks, but they're like, oh, he's having a nigga moment. But it's like, it's the same thing. Like, like my ops made me cry is like I'm reacting because you made me cry.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, like I can't remember any lyrics from it. I'm not gonna be that guy to start rapping lyrics from the song like it's my own interview.
Yeah.
But like, it was so hard to like, cause like you want to stay on topic, but you also want to move freely between it, And it's like once you move from without of the context and you try to come back, it feels like you like lose like the emotion you were trying to deliver.
Yeah.
Like this song, he was like, it's really actually something deep and heavy.
No, it's a brilliant record, and the beauty of this is that he doesn't really like sway out of it. That's like kind of like it's just kind of straight to the point. Like he doesn't say anything else. He just says like, yo, like, that was our friend. Like that used to be our guy. We collected Pokemon cards with him. He got perfect grades. And then
if any, it feels like a very honest response to hearing that kind of news. It's like interesting to hear a story told in a song like that, where it's like not about how it felt later on and like the reaction to it, but like in the moment hearing that news, what it feels like.
Yeah. No, and it is like, I'm like, I've been
can't process it for a second, and you're like, dang, was I really standing up for these people? Like, and they ended up being.
And that's where I think I'm like, I feel like there's a lot of people that could play this record and that won't finish it. That's been like my one thing with this of like, yo, like you're gonna get to this and like maybe just hear like it go into the hook, like ride for my dog, die for my dogs, like, and it's like you're not gonna get like you might think that he's just like sticking up for this shit. You know what I mean? Like. And like, and then the second verse goes into it and does the same thing, and then finally in the third verse he's just like, nah, you know what I mean? Like sometimes, he basically saying like sometimes like that shit just happens, and like and now I feel like I don't even know you no more. You know what I mean? And like,
how can you trust people after that?
That's perfect. That's a perfect way to write a record like that.
Yeah.
No, exactly. It's like, But I feel like in nowadays generation, like people don't always get to the third verses. You know what I mean? And
that's
like,
true. I will say the internet has reacted positively to this song.
Yeah.
So I feel like they've gotten the message. If that
and I
makes
don't
sense.
be on the internet. I just heard that and I was like,
yeah.
It took me to the end of the song to be like, oh, okay. Like, I like heard it wrong at first. I was like, wait, what are you doing? Are you doing like an anti-cancel thing? Like,
and in that way, it does feel like how Mr. Morale felt in a way.
Yeah.
We're like,
I've been bumping Mr. Morale a lot this week, actually, which is kind of funny that this album came out this week and I didn't even know.
How do you feel about Mr. Morale? I don't know if we've ever talked about it.
Oh, I mean, after going back to it, for one, plays like butter. Still, straight butter. It's just a great album, great concepts. A lot of the stuff that I didn't think had replayability has tons of replayability, like the one with him and the chick arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, that was
that one's so fun to listen to from two different perspectives. From a sound design perspective, how the fuck did they do that?
I have no idea.
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, because it sounds like they're in a room, but also sounds so good.
Yeah, it sounds so good. Like, literally, if you listen to it with good headphones on, Kanye in the very beginning is walking by the mic.
Kendrick?
Yeah, Kendrick. What did I say?
Kanye.
Kanye. Kanye on the brain.
I was like, oh my God, did I not know Kanye was in
Kanye
this
was
song?
on Mr. Morale. Surprise.
Plot twist.
Plot twist. I'll tell y'all some Kanye shit that you probably already, but I don't know. You might not because you're avoiding Kanye most of the time.
I don't be avoiding Kanye.
You don't think so?
I just be off the internet, so I don't catch everything. But
okay. Maybe Byron is who you avoiding Kanye. That's what it is. That's another story. But like Kendrick walks by the mic in like an arc, so you hear him like this side of the headphone to the other.
Yeah.
And it's like he's like walking in the room like throwing stuff and like yelling. Like it sounds like an argument.
Like an argument's about to heat up.
Yeah.
Someone's mad.
And it's like,
what if they like mic'd up that video performance?
It
and,
might
like,
have been that.
Somehow like took that. I don't know.
I have two theories. Yeah.
Go. I would go for it. I want to hear your
All
theories.
right. My theory is, either they did it while they were recording that, and that's what is from the video, which would be hard to do that and the acting at the same time. Or they used like a 4-track stereo recorder, like an audio recorder, which I have one of those. And if you put it in a room
Yep.
on different sides, you can get that weird like walk by the mic and like kind of thing, but it would sound far if you're far from it.
Yeah,
So I don't know what they did.
I mean, in some rooms, I mean, you can get that. Like I've done where I've like been like recording and then I like, you know, like start kind of like half screaming some shit and walk away. And I've kept that like fade away, and I'm like, I think that sounds so cool. Like, you know, hearing like, or I've done some shit like screaming and like 10 feet away from the mic just to get like, you know,
like an ambiance. Or
yeah, you know, and it sound and like you know, you can do some of that shit a little bit easier. And I'm sure there's like some effects where you can just like maybe like automate like the left and the right real easily. You know what I mean? Like, you know, to kind of mix with that. I don't know, like.
Which I feel like they did, but they did it so good that you can't tell.
Yeah, and it
what
might
they
have been
did.
just mixing too,
Yeah. The high chance.
which
of
is the
that.
crazy part.
I mean, it's making us wonder, which they did their job well.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
But there's some great songs in that. I still listen to Father Time a lot.
Yeah. Count
It's like
Me
a
Out
workout.
is
Yeah.
One of my favorite.
Count Me Out. What is it? What let me.
Rich Spirit.
There's one that I still play most like.
Have you guys heard
Mirrors.
Mirrors.
Mirror.
the Radiohead N95 remix?
Oh.
It's really, really good.
N95 is really good.
It's not an official remix. It's just somebody took like a Radiohead song and like.
Let's talk
I'll
about
Die
this for
Hard.
a second.
I really like Die Hard.
The whole album is fucking good, man. He has hits.
Crown.
Every song is a hit.
Silent Hill. Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good album.
Let's talk
Now
about
it's like
this for a
split in
second.
half. That's
Whoa.
funny. They showed disc 1 and disc 2.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Morale's a classic. We're not gonna get another Kendrick album for like 6 years, probably.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the couches, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird ass jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm kicking off top 5. Take off the fabricated streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo, take off the Sandro Pay 5 days.
But I just like that they mixed in that Radiohead synth. They combine it a little bit too. It's not as good as the Ice Spice Radiohead song, but
Because Ice Spice is the one and only. You know,
truly.
proud munches stand up.
Uh,
Kanye 530.
what?
Have you heard Kanye 530?
Mm-mm.
Sure that ain't AI?
Speaking of Ice Spice, did you see
Hold on, I got you.
This has got to be AI.
That'd be AI.
Yeah.
Was that AI?
No.
Okay.
Somebody cut the Radiohead song over the that was just DJing.
No, I heard that Kanye is the one that has the most AI records out there.
Oh, he has a fucking shit ton.
Yeah, that came out today. Or like an article came out in like
It might
last
be
couple-
because he doesn't have like the lawyers ready or like down to like help him take it down.
Wait, on the Apple, like on the uploaded.
yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah, he's got the out of everybody right now with all the AI records. Like
Yeah.
Kanye has the most AI records. There's more Kanye AI records out there that are fake than any Drake or
Are they
Tyler.
any on
Cre-
streaming?
yeah.
They're
Oh,
on
I don't know.
No, probably just on TikTok.
I was gonna say. This is a new Kanye right here.
This is AI.
Maybe I have heard this.
I just really want your night and day. 'Cause you can't even give me your night and day. When you say what, like you say what. Baby, why you say you could if you can't?
This don't sound like Kanye to me. I'm just kidding.
I didn't think he could sing like this.
Whoa, baby, yeah. Whoa, baby, you pick up when you call. Baby, yeah. Whoa, baby, you pick up
What?
when you call.
Look, I'm ready to have a real conversation about Kanye after this. He is the best at stealing music from people.
No text backs or call misses. I feel like we all victims. Dice is getting long. Drunk testing, I should not do Patron. I hop on the phone, turn the music up, got in my zone.
Drunk texting, I should probably Supertron. Had to do wrong, order to do you right. You gotta go through it, order to give advice. It's the price of the litty nights. I know the liquor hitting. Why when somebody break your heart, it help fix your vision. If you fall in love with a demon or a diva, pray your soulmate got a soul when you meet her. The crystal ball couldn't
I wonder what era this is. It feels like it. Yeah.
We fight not for flesh and blood on this level. And devil's advocate is advocating for the devil. And love is all draining and stop. It's all fatal. We used to be secretive, but now it's all blatant. It's all just lost, ain't it? Watching it all cave in. We the topic of conversation. 5:30 the car missing. No texting, just call missing.
The crazy part about AI has been that now I can't tell the difference between AI and demos.
This is a demo. This is before the AI wave.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Who knows?
But that's the crazy part about AI.
Who knows?
You see, Grimes is offering 50% for any AI hits produced with her voice.
You say Grimes is?
Mm-hmm.
It's a
I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the AI wave. Personally, I feel like it's
Even though last week we started off with a 10-minute conversation on AI.
yeah.
You mean in music?
Yeah, in the music, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it takes away from everything that we stand for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what's the point of you sitting around producing a record just for some kid to make to write a song as if they're Grimes or Kanye or Drake and make a hit that gets 1 million plays?
Yeah. And you just
What's
start
it all
getting
for?
Yeah, because then it's like, is there even a chance to get something heard that if you're not?
Yeah, if you're not Drake.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there's a chance. Like, I don't know if AI is ever just gonna be a button that someone can press and just like, it's like make Kanye song and it's just a one, or it's like that simple. Like, I think like, if anything, it's like, I don't know. You sent me that podcasting AI plugin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this makes me think AI makes sense, right? Like, and this is different, but there's like new program that you can like, it'll just auto cut video podcasting to people's voice, and it'll go to you can like basically like
Have
probably
multiple
set
cameras.
some video to like this voice, and then it just automatically it cuts it for you.
I mean,
So anytime someone's talking, it'll switch back to that cam, and so. Like if we have, and I'm like, that's brilliant. I'm like, that would be so amazing. But I think it'll be more like, I mean, it's to me, it's no different than kids using Splice. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just producing a record like that. You know what I mean? Like there's so many. It's no.
I think of that Andre 3000 line on Blonde where he's like, after 30 years in, I was under the impression that everyone was writing their own verses. Was like, well, and then he's like, was I working like way too hard?
I feel like that's why Kendrick made Mr. Morale. I feel like that's why we haven't had the same level of Kendrick that we've had of Drake, even though Drake and Kendrick are at the same level.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well,
like,
there's like an element of it's so honest and personal that like no one else could have ever made that unless you were Kendrick.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like that's the thing. Like Drake he's such a. I mean, when it comes to his music, everybody's out there making Drake AI songs now because you know what I'm saying. It's nothing to it.
Yeah.
We know what Drake is. Drake
Yeah.
doesn't deviate. He doesn't do anything deep. He doesn't deviate.
Yeah.
Kendrick, you can't fake a Kendrick song. You get AI some Kendrick shit, but people gonna know it's fake because his pen game is too crazy.
Even that one, did you guys see that one AI video that popped up when the guy was like, I made a Kendrick Lamar mic? Even though that might have been fake. But the way the guy, it did sound like Kendrick, but the words sounded like nothing Kendrick would ever say because they were just such weak writing.
Yeah.
That I was like, this doesn't sound like Kendrick. Kendrick wouldn't say that.
Yeah. That's the only.
that may be the beauty of someone like even like Frank too. Frank or Kendrick of like, yeah, you can't really replicate like the way like you would like fans would even know like nah, Frank's not about to do this.
Yeah.
Or Kendrick's not about to do this. That is like its own little specialty now of like that someone like Drake and even like the other person on the mountain like J. Cole, you know what I mean? Like J. Cole, I think you could easily like AI a J. Cole record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people would be like,
But even going back to what you're saying, like I really think that one Drake record that
Kinda, sorta.
popped, that one Drake record that popped 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I think part of the reason it popped is because the lyrics were actually pretty good. And it's like,
with
X, like lead to the flex.
Yeah,
Up and jumps and beat, but the feet.
Yeah, I've heard that on TikTok, and I'm like, yeah, this is like a.
And it's like relevant to the current pop culture
Yeah.
thing. It definitely feels like somebody wrote that.
But also, that is like too on the nose and relevant. That makes me like, oh, Drake wouldn't actually do this. Like, he wouldn't so quickly, do the Selena. Like, he would do one of those lines, but not all those lines in one verse.
Yeah.
To where you can almost kind of, and then the Weekend part, I don't think it's really like. I'm like, the Weekend's not doing this right now.
Nah.
Like,
Not at all.
I mean, the song's messy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It does just sound like a rough demo.
yeah. But I mean, it's a bop for sure. I don't know. I mean, my verdict is
what if that was a Drake and Weekend demo?
that was their promo. Was
Yeah,
making
what-
it seem like
yeah,
AI.
yeah.
That'd be genius. I don't know. I think my verdict is like not fucking with the AI artist shit. Keep songwriting alive. Keep real music alive.
Keep real art alive.
Yeah, I'm like, here's the thing: if we implement technology into every facet of our everyday life, life's just gonna become boring. It's gonna be like, oh, so everything's just automated.
I mean, I think we're there.
I mean, yeah, we are.
And it's like, I'm happy to automate things to give me more time to do the things I love, but I don't want to like remove humanity from things. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's all it is. Like you know what's crazy? Every time I make a reel or TikTok of me designing a poster, kids get on there and they're like, "Bro, why didn't you just do this in Procreate? It's way easier." Every time. You can go on the videos. Every time somebody's like, "You could have just made those shapes and added a layer." And I'm like, "But why didn't I?
Yeah.
Why
Might
didn't
go
I?"
check out this Procreate.
Nah, but what's funny is like the reason I don't is because there's just like you can't replicate the texture of real life.
No.
You can't.
Well, it's like, do you know what BandLab is?
Nah.
It's like this phone app. A lot of people on TikTok will use it.
People use it for sample and shit.
They have so many vocal effects on it. And so like all these kids are like downloading beats and like recording like a quick thing and using that vocal effect. It sounds great. But then part of me is like, man, I'd spent all this time learning to mix and like learning how to make that effect on my own. But like,
yeah.
I don't know. I still think it feels good that I know how to do that.
Yeah.
You know, like because I love it. I love to know the inside out. But it does feel like a little bit of like, there's this LCD Sound System song, and it's essentially about how he was like 35, maybe 40 when he wrote this song, and he spent like all of his time working in record stores, being like a DJ, and like actually listening to this music and developing this huge music taste. And then all of a sudden the internet came out, and all of these kids had all of the same records he had in like minutes, and it was like called Losing My Edge. And like this like idea that like suddenly technology's like advanced the kids where you are, and you spent all these years getting there. I don't know. But like the end of the song, he's like, but I was there. And like I would like, there's nothing that beats experience.
Facts. I mean, that's exactly how I think about shit like that. Like back, like to me, I get really nostalgic about the era of like 2006 to like 2009 and where technology was in that moment in time. And like a lot of kids now, we'll probably see in the next year or so, kids being like nostalgic about 2006 and shit.
Everyone's going to get back on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, little shit like that. I mean, I got a lot of.
Sorry, I wasn't a diss on Corey.
Would you get off Facebook or something?
Corey likes
No,
Facebook.
I was. Shut up.
Corey uses Facebook like a
I
weirdo.
do.
You know what's funny? Out of all the cool shit, this motherfucker uses Facebook.
Give me a fucking break, buddy.
We're laughing at him now. Like watching like 3 years, we're all back on Facebook. It's the main platform.
Word. It probably will be the master platform at the end of the day.
Look,
The last one standing.
Facebook, I think, has the best reel program.
Oh, it
Like-
does.
Like, it's way better than TikTok or Instagram to me, and it is Instagram Reels somehow.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think though, just in terms of like technology and art, like you know, there are definitely people who like see what you're doing on Photoshop, like older people, and they're like, this guy's cheating. He didn't cut that out himself. He didn't print it out. He didn't do it all by hand. And I'm sure that there's people with like music too. They're like, these kids and their DAWs and their samples. I used to have to record that to tape and cut that up hand by hand.
I feel like more than anything, probably the people that I feel like the music industry probably sees it the most with like the analog to digital shit because it happened hella quick.
Yep.
Like it was like in a year, shit changed. Like all of a sudden the SSL came out, and people weren't recording on tape anymore.
Yep.
And it was like for like design shit, like there was like very small increments where Photoshop got better and better and better and shit. You know, but like I don't know, like. But like that's the reason like I do what I do. Like when I'm like using the X-Acto knife, that's my version of like going back to the like analog.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, because it's about using both.
People.
You know.
Yeah. Exactly. Because like if you can do both, then it's like you got like the fucking like the Thanos fucking glove.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In terms of skill.
Yeah, and I feel like we've witnessed that over the last like 2 decades of like a push to digital, and then like people pulling back and being like, but analog still. Like analog is resurfaced both in like design and like photography, but also like you notice like a lot of like bigger producers and like music people, they're all like they have all those hardware and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they're printing it to digital still. You know, like it's trying to learn how to use both of both worlds because there's some analog stuff that you just can't beat.
Exactly. Like if you want to like some warm audio gear, you can't replicate that outboard gear.
Nah.
Inside of your fucking MacBook. You can try all day. You can probably get the same good quality.
You can get close. You can get close, but it's also like you have to spend so much time to just try to reproduce that where you could just get it.
Exactly. And like you know what's crazy is like I look at it like no matter what, I feel like analog is where you start to like once you start going back to analog, that's when you probably master digital and you're like really trying to refine your skill between both worlds. It's no different than like I don't know, like I've been trying to like work out more lately, right? And as much as I want to like get in the gym, I'm like, what if I mastered like calisthenics first and then went back and was like, all right, I'm going to mess with the weights.
Yeah. Not a bad move.
Yeah, because it's like.
You could do calisthenics anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like calisthenics is like, it's economic for one, let's be honest here.
Yep.
Also, being in the gym with a bunch of people is just like, I don't know about you, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
It gives me anxiety.
Since I started working out,
bro, I've been
I started working out again.
What you think we sipping on?
You on that fit life?
Been on it for.
You know what you should do?
What's
you know what my secret is? No.
What?
You know how I lost 20 pounds?
I know what he's gonna say.
In 1 month.
I know what he's gonna say.
What?
Banana boy.
This fucking dude.
Get a dog, bro.
Bro, I got a bike, man.
Get a dog, bro. Walk your dog every day.
I get a dog.
To jump back.
Wake up 6 a.m. Walk your dog. Go to work. Come back. Walk your dog. Hour or two later, walk your dog. And then before bed, walk your dog.
What have you been doing lately, Corey?
Whole lot of walking.
But to jump back in it, I've since I started working out again, I haven't stepped foot in the gym.
Really?
I just do it all at home. I have a few dumbbells. I have an indoor bike, and then I just have like P90 videos that I've watched.
Smart.
Just to push up pull-ups and stuff like that.
Let me tell you what I did yesterday. I was passed out. All right. So like I've been really getting deep. Like I've traded out all my time of random surfing the internet. You know, since AI is not out now, I really don't need to study anything. I'm gonna just plug it into prompts. Sorry, but like I have a notebook. I've been building out like my my food plan. I try to get ahead like at least 2 or 3 meals, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do like a Chipotle bowl, and I'm gonna do like a cheeseburger bowl. You know what I'm saying, over like some salad or something like that. And like I'll plan ahead like that, and then I'll plan out like my workouts just like that too with it. And then I have like these protein powders and whatnot. Literally scoop of protein powder, ice, oat milk, spinach. Loaded up with spinach. You don't even taste the spinach. You're getting your greens in without even trying. You know what I'm saying? And you just start falling off.
Boom.
You know? And then but as far as the workout though, yesterday did 50 jump rope.
Nice.
Some side swag surf lunges, some forward lunges, 20 of those each.
Nice.
And then
jump rope really the cardio to do. Like it sucks, but that's like the one. Like
that one's you'll feel it too.
Oh yeah.
Like so I did like 50 of those, and then the lunges. So like side lunges 20, forward lunges 20, and then push-ups 10 of those, and then 20 seconds of plank.
Nice.
When I tell you by the second circuit, after the second circuit, by the third time, you're gassed. You're like about to pass out.
Yeah.
And this is all in the crib, bro. You ain't even got to leave the crib. Like, I got a whole
That's what I'm
workout
saying.
area.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
I just got a little workout area. Just do pull-ups, push-ups, and
Dude, I wish I had a punching bag.
Yeah.
When I had the personal trainer, that was like my favorite day.
yeah.
Was like there would be like these little cycles we would run, and it was just hitting a bag and then like dropping down, doing push-ups, getting up, picking up like a 25-pound medicine ball, picking it up, and then like slamming it down, and then like going back to the bag, and then like doing, running through that as much as you could. And that shit would kill me, but it's like eventually I could like, I'd slow down, but like I could keep going through that. Like I could fight through that, like easier than I can like just running 6 laps, like I can't after like so much. I'm just like, I don't want to keep going. Like
I love my running now though.
fuck running.
I'm not a big runner, but
I wasn't, but now I like it.
That's nice.
But I've been on a mission to run a mile a day. I'm ahead of it by 20 miles right now.
I remember you said you were closing your ring every day for like.
Yeah, my phone and my watch won't connect anymore. I still close it every day.
Still?
I think I'm on like 880, something like that.
Yeah, he hasn't connected his watch because he wants to keep closing out all the rings in
Yeah,
it.
I want to try to get it back, but like
He's
there's
got like
something
a,
with the
you
new
got like
phone.
a
The new
year
phone.
streak or something.
No, it's like 880 days now.
Damn, that's
Of
like
closing the ring every day.
Yeah,
that's like 2
I'm
years.
working out every day.
That's crazy. I'm trying to
Yeah.
get that. I'm trying to get on that level, bro. Like that's why like when I get out of here, I'm gonna go fucking. I'm gonna do the circuit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to get all the way through 3.
hell yeah.
What's your daily goal?
I don't count.
Okay.
It's not good for me to count yet.
That's fair.
Yeah, because
I don't have mine set anything crazy too. It's pretty much just set that if I do one workout, everything will close.
oh, okay, it's tight.
Yeah, and then
That's what I'm gonna fucking do. I'm gonna get an
Well,
Apple Watch and do that.
I thought
Yeah.
he was at 600.
Yeah, it's like 600. That's
crazy.
what happens. I don't know. I think if you had a watch on it, it would.
Yeah, I
register
know. I
more.
realize how much like I'd like leave my phone like just on a desk or
Mhm.
something, or like while I'm doing it, and that pisses me off because like now I'm losing credit on my fitness shit.
Yeah,
So like I have mine set for that, but I like keep upping mine a bit, and
exactly. It's all about it, and through consistency, things just start getting.
because
easier.
I hit like 450 to like 580. Like 580 is like if I'm working hard at work, I hit like 580 on average, like
Hell yeah.
but and that's me not having my phone on me all day,
Yeah.
like
It'd probably be much higher.
yeah. I haven't hit 600 yet because that'd be like I don't know.
One day you will.
Yeah.
Tell you, bro. Get on the fitness wave with us.
What?
Get you a blender, bro. Get you a spinach drink.
Well, that's the
protein
funny
shakes
thing
in.
is that like I've been doing so much better lately, and I haven't changed my diet, and I drink soda. And I'm like, dude, if I like, well, I've kind of changed my diet, like I eat like a little bit better, you know what I mean? Like, and I just don't eat as much, but I'm just not eating as like fatty of stuff, I don't know.
Hell yeah.
But
One of my
I'm
favorite.
just eating chicken wraps a lot, but
Shout out
That's a
chicken
start.
wraps.
It's a start,
Yeah.
bro.
That's good
Honestly.
protein. One of my favorite exercise hacks is I put on a foreign movie and I get on my bike. And that way I have to keep watching the movie. I won't look at my phone. I'll just focus on biking because I have to make sure I see the
nice.
subtitles. So I save all my foreign stuff for the bike.
That's smart.
Yeah.
that's funny.
I'm trying to think what hacks do I do. I don't know. I'm really all my hacks are more food forward.
Hell
Like
yeah.
a lot of people are like eating baked chicken, white rice, and broccoli, and I'm like, nah. Flavor's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you have to like. I mean, obviously, like you just want to avoid fried shit and sugars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once
High
you,
protein.
yeah, exactly. Like simple carbohydrates, you want to avoid those. Obviously, once you put those 3 things in your mind, it's just like off to the races. Like literally, like you can go to Chipotle all day
Yeah.
and eat healthy
Mm-hmm.
all day long. People forget that Chipotle and Qdoba are probably the healthiest places to eat.
Definitely.
Easy, like literally rice, beans, protein. Load up on the protein.
Veggies.
Protein's your friend. Yeah, veggies. Like
I might go to Qdoba after this. I haven't been to Qdoba in a while, and I used to get that shit at my last job all the time.
yeah,
I miss my Qdoba burrito.
yeah. As long man said burrito.
What?
You finna get one of them big ass burritos?
Oh, hell yeah.
Bro, I can't never finish those things, bro.
So it's 2 meals.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat half of it, but
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
beauty of it. You get 2 meals out of it.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't
That's
know.
the other thing I do. Like when I do shit, I'm like I get like 2-3 meals out of like everything now. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
Although sometimes I feel like there's been a little bit of shrinkflation, and now I'm like,
bro.
I'm finishing the burrito, and I'm like, boy, that was supposed to be 2 meals.
All right, so check it out. I ordered Qdoba last night on DoorDash, and it was dainty. was a dainty meal. Like I'm like, and I think I got played because I ordered it on DoorDash and I wasn't like, hey, get my shit right.
Yeah.
But like, I'm telling you, it was light. That bowl was light, and it was like $20.
Damn.
You know?
That feels bad. You know, it would have been one thing if it would have been a big hearty meal. You're like, nice.
Yeah.
You're like, dang, I kind of need to order another thing on DoorDash now.
Yeah, exactly. But it's all good because actually, what I'm gonna do tonight is I'm gonna make a Chipotle bowl. I've already had a goal of doing that, and I'm gonna get fat-free cheese and Greek yogurt as
Nice.
the sour cream because that's the stuff you really want. And if you can have that on there, it's gonna change the whole bowl.
Hell yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I tell you, like fighting the food cravings and finding alternatives is the secret. Because if you don't do that, then you'll keep going back to fucking chicken wings. Like
Yeah.
me.
Or McDonald's like me.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, and sometimes you just gotta let yourself eat the bad shit once and
It's
then
true.
go back. Because it's
true.
better to like stay eating healthy versus like trying to eat healthy so long that you just like go off the deep end,
Yeah.
which is that also happens.
Yeah, I try to be pretty flexible on myself, at least with the eating sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like last night I had McDonald's because I knew that they had the Big Mac sauce in the nugget form, the dipping. And I was like, I got to get a bunch of those because I need to know how it tastes to dip a nugget into Big Mac sauce.
Is that like new or something?
Yeah, I think they're just doing it for like a week or so.
Oh,
Sometimes they've been dropping random sauces.
I'm gonna have to fucking go to McDonald's.
Yeah. Wait, let's stop. You could go get the sauces. You know what I'm saying?
The way this conversation ends, I might have to go to McDonald's. You Phonzz 2 minutes ago, you're like, you just gotta fight the food.
You just gotta
cravings,
fight
man.
it. It's
You
a
gotta
battle with your
fight it.
mind.
Yeah,
My brother.
Oh, I might go to
See,
McDonald's.
you take the Big Mac sauce and then you go home and you make some grilled nuggets. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You make some.
Yeah, go to Chick-fil-A and get some grilled. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
That's always the fun. I see a bunch of TikToks like that where it's like a big lifting bro and he's like, I'm about to show you how to order at McDonald's. And he's just like, I'll take 4 of the grilled chicken patties and no bun or anything. He's like, yeah, see, guys, I just ordered McDonald's healthy. It's like, come on, that's
Yeah.
not ordering McDonald's healthy. That's just getting chicken.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, there's a lot of people like that on there. It's like, I don't know. There's people like, they'll say you can eat McDonald's and still lose weight.
Oh, yeah,
But
I guess you could, but you'd have to eat not a lot.
But the whole thing is like fast food is like all right, like
You can't. I've lost a lot of weight and I haven't changed my diet or anything. It's probably not healthy, but
Yeah. It's not.
I just worked a lot at my job. Like I'm like running around lifting a bunch of shit, and then the
Yeah.
dog, and then just not eating as much. Like that was me. Is like I don't have like I got like real bad over like winter. I could eat double of what I ever have been able to eat. You know what I mean? To where
Yeah.
any meal I got, I'm finishing it. You know, and I might have got like a little bonus something. You know what I mean? And
inflation meals. Motherfuckers.
nah, but then it's just consistently amount of that, and I like gained hella weight, and then
Yeah.
I lost that bitch so quick, you know, and I didn't really change. I mean, I did kind of like, I don't know, I just started munching on hummus. You know what I mean? Like that was my healthy choice of just like, all right, you know, I'll just munch on hummus as
I
like
seen
a
you eating the
snack.
hummus the other day. I was very surprised.
Yeah,
Like,
and
Corey
then
eat
like,
hummus?
and then like I don't know, like
Still
for
like-
lunch I stopped eating like out at like my job as much, and like I don't know, like I'll just eat like a hot pocket for lunch. You know what I mean? Like it's not that good, but like,
Hot bucket.
or, you know, or I eat like a little sandwich, you know, like a little gas station like turkey sandwich or some shit. You
Yeah.
know, like
I'm gonna become one of those immediate TikTok influencers. I'm just gonna eat raw meat and butter.
Yeah.
let's go.
Have you guys seen that guy pop up?
No. That
He
sounds
looks like he
disgusting.
has like something wrong with him. He's like super like thin, and he just eats just butter and
Because he's
meat.
shitting his fucking brains out.
Some people
every
think he might
day.
have like a tapeworm or something, because his like face is like 4 different colors too. Like he's like this white dude, but there's like just different shit. I don't know. It looks not
Can
good.
you find it?
Yeah, I'm
Can you
sure
find
I
it?
can find
I
it.
gotta see this shit, man. It's so weird. Like when I tell you, TikTok is like being on like the fucking stupidest planet that's ever existed. Like it's not Earth, you know.
Oh, his name's Butter Dog. That's right.
Kool-Aid jammers. How much red 40? How to eat beef tongue in just 3 easy steps. First, you're going to boil it
This
2 to
is
3
wild.
hours. Then this is what I'm having for my animal-based 1 meal a day. This is a beef tongue that we have had cooking for the past couple hours. And wow, does that look
Not even
good,
seasoning
guys?
it up. Oh God.
So tender. We also have chicken meatballs, 2 slices of sourdough.
Sunken
Also have some
eyes.
maple syrup if we need some dipping sauce for the beef tongue as well.
Oh God, I can't watch it.
That's
Dude.
fucked, bro.
He has like some real weird ones. A sink steak? He ate a sink steak? What? That's Sometimes I'm like, why isn't my content popping on TikTok? And then I'm like,
Oh yeah, you're not eating raw food.
I gotta get weirder.
Yeah.
You know, I thought of a funny video yesterday
Yeah.
for the Poor Nana page.
What is it?
It's just next time Banana takes a shit, I'm just gonna start on the shit and be like, "This shit is bananas."
Give me a fucking break, buddy.
Honestly,
BANANA apostrophe S.
honestly, I feel like the weirder you get on TikTok, the more success you like have.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the ethos of TikTok.
One of my favorite cooking ASMR people is just this dude in a cabin. And he has 2 dogs, and he's always like, "Hello, buddy."
Oh yeah. Hello, buddy.
You know what I'm talking about?
Here's a cold pop.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I always feel
even
kind
do
of
this.
crazy when I like mention a TikTok personality. I'm like, no, the guy in the cabin with the 2 dogs, and he says that they're like, I have no idea. But then when someone knows who it is, you're like,
You know what? You know what I've been obsessed with since you showed me?
huh?
I'm working at my job.
Working
I'm
at my
doing all the
job.
tasks.
Doing all the tasks.
I see this.
Oh, show him. All right, this is the last TikTok we're gonna watch. God damn it, Phonzz.
Okay, see, that's exclusive.
At my job, yeah, that's right. I'm working at my job. I'm
Completing all the tasks that are assigned by my boss.
I'm working.
The original is this one.
Hours depending more or less.
Why does it look like choreography?
I'm working.
It's a bunch of people who have just been at their jobs filming different versions.
It's hilarious.
But he got
So
kicked out of the
brilliant.
Walmart because he was just like, he put on a Walmart thing and then just started walking around with the mic, which is like terrorizing people.
My favorite TikToks are the prank videos where people like fucking with the workers at like Target. I saw one yesterday. And dude like, hey, he had a full beer, like a Budweiser. And so he's like, "Are you drinking on the job?" He's like, "Yeah, it's just a cold one." Like, it's like he's like, "Don't try to take my beer." And it's like the manager, and she's like, "What the fuck is this?" She walks away, and he spins it and chugs it.
Oh,
This one is like, "Oh my god." Dude. He's
Try-
like, "Hey, be chill, be chill."
it's funny because like I feel like if I was in a Target and I'd see that happen, I'd just be like, "Oh yeah, 2023 baby, that's just it."
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
lit.
Trying to explain that to somebody, even in like maybe the 80s, they'd be like, "What are they doing?" They're
Yeah,
like they're doing that for like internet points.
yeah.
What's the internet?
I would love to go back to like. Do you ever have thoughts about like going back to like the like 1905 with like a Lamborghini, iPhone, and like
I wanted to go back in time and see how easy or hard it would be to convince people of things. Like if people
Yeah,
were like
yeah.
more gullible back then, or if like they were just way more set in their ways. They're like, "Nuh-uh, that right there is not the moon."
that is witchcraft.
That- yeah, that is-
That's what I would think would happen. As soon as you took out this in front of somebody in 1905, and you were like, "Gotcha, bitch,"
They're gonna think you're an
they're
alien.
gonna think you're alien.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything.
like they see a black man with the shiny object. They're like, "All right,
Yeah, you're getting shot.
yeah," immediately it's on site.
Just like thinking about how hard it was to get them to be convinced about unleaded gasoline, like leaded gasoline. I
Yeah,
don't know if you know about all that.
nah.
But like this guy essentially was like trying to figure out how old the Earth was by like measuring lead,
Oh, yeah.
essentially. And then he kept getting like contaminated results until the point like he realized that it was in the air. And he realized there was like a lead presence all across the world because we were using leaded gasoline. And that was like harming our health. And like he took like a lot, maybe a decade of trying to convince people that cars were spewing lead into our systems. And that's why we have unleaded gasoline now.
That's crazy that it took that long. He's
Yeah.
like, this is killing us.
It might
Everybody's
not be
like,
10 years, but it definitely was like a long time. And he definitely was on his college campus wearing like a hazmat suit the whole time because he was like, you guys don't understand the risk that we're putting ourselves in.
What's crazier is like we're trying to convince people that global warming exists. And, pretty much the same thing. We're like, look, 200 degrees in December. Everybody's like, okay.
Hey, look, we had a hell of a spring, though. I'll
That's
say
true.
that.
That's true. But they'll be like, wow, these are just crazy, unprecedented storms we're having.
Yeah.
Like, we've never had storms like this before. Just must be one of those years.
Man, for real.
But it has been a good spring. Maybe the best spring in a long time.
Think
Yeah.
so?
I don't know. Every day's felt pretty good.
You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for you to spring into a good segue into the movie.
I have one. Actually. I have one, actually. I have one.
That
I have one.
was a funny segue into your segue.
Well, I have a good one. Your neighbors are outside right now.
Is his
My
name
neighbor
Totoro?
Yeah. Is it real? Do we all see this person? He's there, right? Yeah, I think there's 3 of them, actually. There's like a tall one, a medium one, and a short one. Have you ever seen them before?
Why is this so funny, bro? 'Cause there is a tall one and a shorter one and a shorter one.
But shall we?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Give me a fucking break, buddy.
Oh shit. Here
Here
we
we
go again.
again. Phonzz.
Yeah,
You watched the movie?
I did.
Let's go.
Now,
Let's go.
Wait, can I ask a different question before? Can I ask a different question?
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch this movie recently?
yes. Now we're asking the right questions, Stevie. Asking the right questions.
Oh, man. So you watched this movie this week?
I watched it earlier.
Shout out
Friday.
Phonzz, man.
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's why you were late? Finishing up?
Yeah, actually, because I fell asleep while watching it, and I had to run it back.
Hell yeah. At least
It's
you
a-
didn't just come here like, so
Yeah, no.
At least like me on air last week. Like, I can't even rate this movie
On air.
on air.
right on the air. Nah, but I watched it. Now, do I know exactly what the plot was trying to convey? No.
Let's be honest. This movie is a movie designed to get you to be so relaxed that you fall asleep. You know, take you to a place so serene and dreamlike.
I did
Yeah.
lightly fall asleep for like 5 minutes twice in this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't miss much at all.
Should
But
we say the title of the movie?
yeah. My Neighbor Totoro.
I thought it was Totoro. Totoro was right, though.
Totoro.
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 He
He was like, Totoro.
She's like, oh, Totoro. And I'm
Totoro,
like,
okay.
yeah, that's what he said, I guess.
I was like, you got that from
Yeah.
that, but all right.
That's what I said. I literally was talking to the screen
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But had you seen this before this week?
I started it after we watched Princess Mononoke a long
Nice.
time ago, and I didn't really I fell asleep.
It's certainly the most chill of any Miyazaki movie.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for the majority of the movie, you're like, all right,
It's the most tame.
what is the plot here? You're just, like, enjoying the vibes.
I think the plot is it encapsulates what it's like to be like a kid,
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's
And,
just
like,
childhood
childhood
fairy
imagination.
tale type
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. And
It was hard for me not to watch this movie and be like, oh, damn, this is exactly how my cousin's kids would act in this situation.
Yeah, yeah.
This is just how
'Cause
kids
that
would
is
be.
how kids would act. They're just like doing shit. You
Yeah.
know, like I feel like they really captured what it was like to be a kid at the very beginning when they're just like running around this new house.
yeah.
And the dad's trying to do shit. They're trying to move shit in, and they're just like,
It's haunted.
"It's haunted."
Yeah.
He's like, cool.
"Cool,
All right.
That's not what I want to hear when I'm moving into a new house. But all right,
Yeah.
This is like anime version of Florida Project.
yeah,
Yeah.
kidding.
And a more
Yeah.
wholesome version of it. too.
Yeah, way more wholesome.
But I'll give the fake little synopsis. So it's
Okay.
just a family moves into an old farmhouse. And the mom, I guess, is away and she's sick. And it's just about the family moving in. And then at one point, they meet a mystical troll and its friends. And they enter the spirit world, kind of, but not really. And then at one point, the sister goes missing and the other sister freaks out. And they have to find the sister. Not gonna lie, that part, I was starting to get a little emotional. I was like, they gotta find that girl.
Yeah.
because they do a good job at
But you knew she wasn't gonna be lost.
But then they're like, we got the shoe, and I'm like, not the shoe.
They do a good job of creating of making you believe how serious this bond is between these two sisters.
For sure.
And to the end when they're like, I lost my sister, you're like,
Yeah.
no.
But they also show that, like, you know, that little bit of, like, because, you know, I don't know. It was even funny, like, at the beginning, it's like, yo, like, I'm sure the older sister was like I was like, I'm sure she's going to get annoyed by this little girl. And she kind of does at a certain point. And it's kind of like, you know, and that's like what, you know, it kind of is like the snapping point of her being like, oh, you're such a baby. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm like, but so their bond kind of like goes through a little turmoil and grows. Yeah.
I also love that they were voiced by the Fanning sisters.
Yeah.
I was just
it's hard to
watching
believe
Yeah.
like that was Dakota Fanning and
Elle Fanning.
yeah. But you were just talking about the Elle Fanning show, right?
Yeah, which was weird. I was like, oh, she's in this.
Yeah. The real description of this movie is when two girls move to the country to be near their ailing mother, they have adventures with the wondrous forest spirits who live nearby.
Nice.
That's a good shorter synopsis.
I think one part I just love about this movie and Ghibli movies in general is that there's so much like B-roll moments. I know there's a specific term for them, like an artistic term, but like the moments where it's like just like 20 seconds before the actual scene happens and it's just like flowers.
Yeah.
And it's just like him fixing up a table or something. And it's just
Yeah.
like so calming and so realistic. And it's so nice to like have moments that like breathe, that aren't like pushing the plot forward all the time. And it's much more about like atmosphere.
They
and, like,
bring in
transporting to you to like a world that you can live in.
That Studio Ghibli timing and pacing
Yep.
for sure.
during that big bus scene, they bring in like this little frog and he like walks across screen and he kind of walks like a dog.
Yeah.
And then like later on they just show him like at the very end, like at the scene. So they kind of like go back to him a bit.
I also love their like mix in like it is kind of like Florida Project in the sense that like they see a world that's bigger than it is there. Like this scene that's like playing right now where they thought that they grew this giant tree up from the ground.
Yeah.
And like I was like, oh shit, that's kind of inconvenient. That could fall right on the house.
Yeah.
And then it's like the next day and they just sprouted it a little bit, you know.
No, I was watching with Peyton today. We are like, the dad didn't fucking notice the change in
Yeah.
lighting. Like that whole tree just covers house. Like there'd be like a whole change in lighting. Like,
I mean, that's the best part of the movie is like you start to realize that there's two worlds.
Yeah.
There's the imagination of the kids, and then there's
yeah.
the
Like
dad,
like the
adult
cat bus
world. Yeah,
and like woo.
yeah, and like at the end when they're like running through the forest, and she's like, "The trees are bending."
Yeah.
You're like, "Yeah, you're on DMT."
Yeah.
You're on acid.
Yeah.
All right. Like,
I love that all of the grandmas in Miyazaki movies all kind of look alike.
what if they're all the same grandma? They're all related.
The Miyazaki theory.
The grandmas.
It's like the Pixar theory that all of them are connected.
Exactly.
Just the same grandma in all of them.
Yeah. I will say I thought the cat bus was a little weird. Thought it was a little out there.
It was,
Yeah.
it was
And
pretty
I
out
think
there.
that one little thing that the Totoro just throws out and then just stands on and flies up the tree with, I'm like, the hell was that? Like those are the two things that I was like, if you just take these out, I think it's perfect.
But
like,
if you take those out, it becomes not Japanese anymore.
mhm.
Because that's what makes the movie so Japanese is the cat bus and the random shit that just doesn't make any sense. Like even like the little black like ghost bug things that were in the house.
No, those worked. The soot gremlins.
The soot gremlins. Yeah, that's funny.
They all do look alike.
The soot gremlins. If they took that out of the movie, they wouldn't know the place was haunted. They wouldn't know to have that imagination and. Like,
But that was
look
the
around.
instant signal that those kids could see it. And the granny was talking about, oh, I could see those when I was a kid. You know, like,
Yeah.
you could see them too, you know, and that's kind of
Like a link to childhood wonder.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but I mean that's part of that Japanese. Like I feel like that's part of like the elements that make it a really Japanese like cartoon. Is,
Yeah.
like, stuff like that outside of the obvious the anime style of it is like this like little stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I feel like if you take that stuff out, it would like lose its identity.
It was
Yeah.
I just loved Totoro being like this animal. You know what I mean? So that kind of separated him from being like an animal. The cat bus just like made it like a little too like, you know, I don't know, just like a mechanical cat. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like,
I thought it was fun.
yeah, it is
it
cool.
is.
And the cat bus comes in handy at the end,
It does.
especially.
It does.
I just they were a little bit out of place to me. Like it was a little bit like, oh wait, what? We're going
Yeah.
here now? Like, I thought it would have been super magical even if it wasn't. Like, what if they, because Totoro could like damn near fly, like he could maneuver like and stand on tree branches that were thin as hell, even though he was 300. Like he was a big boy.
He was a big boy. I love how real and simple all the characters feel. Like from the neighbor boy and like how like kind of he's very nice but shy. I don't know, he felt very real. The grandma felt very real.
Neighbor
Even the
Boy's
little
funny 'cause
sister.
he was a little punk at first, and then like when he just like throws the umbrella at him, like
And he runs away.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he lies to his mom, so the mom doesn't know that he's actually really sweet.
Yeah.
That was kind of a nice moment.
Yeah.
But even like the dad was kind of funny.
Yeah, he was a little airheaded.
But reasonably so,
I would say he's airheaded. I feel like he just had that. He's a dad.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, whatever. Because like think about how many times your parents like kind of just like.
The kid came with like the bag, the little girl, when the sister was gone at school, and was like, "I'm going to run errands," and he's like, "Okay," and just like goes back in the house. But and she doesn't leave, But it was just kind of like a. Like, bro, she's like 6.
In
Like,
his defense, though, in Japanese culture, it's normal for kids that are like 4, 5, 6 years old to like walk and do errands by themselves, which takes it back to the Japanese element of the
There's a Netflix little docuseries on it.
Yeah, it's like kids that are like 4 years old going to the grocery store
doing real things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was questioning the little bath thing too, and then I realized I'm like, oh yeah, it's just different culture as far as like having like the bathhouse with the family. Like people are a little bit more like. But then I'm like also like it just seems like a cool like I love like the Marvel style like bat I don't know like I want to.
I feel like it's appropriate to take baths with your kid up to a certain age.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Sure. Yeah, one of the kids was definitely too old.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how old she was.
I think she was more in like the 10 range or you know, but
it depends. It's hard for me to say because I've never been a parent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I was talking about that. Like me and Pay were talking about that. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, if I was a parent, I'd probably like, especially like, I don't know, it's like, I could see like daughters having like, like baths with their moms. You know what I mean? Like up to a certain age and like, I don't know. Yeah.
But respect for the dad 'cause he's raising 2 kids, just moved, holding down a job, and his wife's in the hospital. Yeah. And although it was very comforting in the end and like. Very nice for a kids movie to show the mom and the mom be like, I really just have a cold. Like, I'm good. It was just like one more week. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the daughters, they took that news as like, oh, my God, she's really, really sick.
The mom plot, I think, was left, like, open-ended, too, to where I was wondering, like, what the fuck's up with this mom?
Yeah.
Like, is she crazy? Is she, like...
Weird-shaped cranium she had. Y'all gotta watch the movie to see it.
What do you mean by that?
Dang.
I'll be cracking jokes in my head sometimes. It comes to the
But I just wanted to know what like she was sick with, or like what was going on with her, and I'm like, to me that just seems so mysterious. But I guess that's part of it too, it just had me wondering too much. I think.
Fucking cranium, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, I was wondering too. That was.
But it seemed like in the end maybe it was just like cancer or something. That she'd recover from. I don't know. I like that it was a little open-ended.
Yeah.
It's also like...
Once the ending, like, like, literally once it was, like, you see the mom talk, like, oh, no, like, I'm glad, like, once they let her talk a little bit more, I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better about this. I wish they would have, like, gave her a little bit more, in the story, but...
I also like that it kind of open-ended time period-wise. Like, it's definitely, like, late 80s, but it's also kind of hard to wrap my mind around that was almost 40 years ago.
No, it made me think, like, oh my God, imagine being like, I was thinking 90s, but I was thinking, imagine being like a small town in Japan in the 90s, like just what that would feel like. I'm like, I just kind of want to like, picture that countryside Japan, because I just know what it was like being in like Illinois in the 90s, you know what I mean? Just in a small town, and it's like, God, I wonder what that felt like in Japan, you know what I mean? It's just probably like, like very similar, but very like, just slightly different in ways, and like, just their little like houses are so, I don't know, it's like,
this movie reminded me of when I was growing up. My grandparents lived more in the country, and like I have vivid memories of like me and my cousins going down into like the creek or into the nature, and it just suddenly feels like you're in a whole different world. Yeah, and like you got all these different rules, and I don't know, just little games that happen out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny is like when you're like in the woods and shit as a kid, and you're thinking like it's like in theory could be dangerous, but you never really Nothing really happens.
Yeah, I mean, like
At the
in
same
like your
time?
mind, like you're probably in your mind when you're in the forest, it feels like you're in like the middle of a national park with like civilization eons away.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like you're probably in like a pretty safe place to be, but it feels so big and wild because you're a kid.
And no matter what, it kind of like, I don't know. I've been thinking about like Banana and shit a lot. Of like, you know, if Banana gets lost, would Banana come back home? But then I think it's like, at like kids' age, you know, it's like you're damn near like a dog, and I feel like there's an instinctual way of like where you'll just like you know where you came from.
Yeah,
So,
like the girl in the movie.
Yeah, no matter how deep you go into the woods, like you know, even if it starts to get dark or whatever, you know, or like something scary happens, or like you know, you'll know how to get back. Like there's no like yeah, it could be dangerous, but there's no real danger. Like you kind of like instinctually like cover your own tracks a little bit, you know, and
Like when the girl overshot the house and then she ran up and saw the goat and she was like, "You're not getting my corn, goat." And then she ran back. I thought that goat was about to get her.
Facts.
Farm animals can be a little bit scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I grew up around cows and chicken. Not all the time, but my grandparents had cows, chickens, and horses. Sometimes they can be a little intimidating.
Interesting.
Especially when you find out like your cousin got like kicked in the head by a horse, and you're like, "I'm never walking behind a horse."
Yeah, don't fucking walk behind a horse.
Yeah.
Farm 101 right there.
That's Farm 101. Farm 101 with Phonzz.
Yeah, you know, I had a crazy dream about. I mean, this kind of relates, but like, I had a dream about being at like Yellowstone National Park or like, no, the Grand Canyon is what it was.
I've never
Ooh.
seen the Grand Canyon. That's
Neither
one
have
something I
I.
want to see.
Yeah,
Same here.
I've always wanted to road trip to go see it.
Let's do it, us three right now.
Movie club at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah,
That'd be lit. We set up some chairs.
that's what I'm saying. It'd be sick. And like, I don't know, in the dream,
Corey's mind is like blowing up. Oh, sorry.
I had a dream like that I went to the Grand Canyon. I'm like overlooking like the Grand Canyon, and I'm like just like in awe in my own dream. And then I
Damn.
look down and I see water in the creek, and I see water in between it. There's no water in the Grand Canyon. It's all dried up. I'm pretty sure. I think. I
think
know.
there's like some streams, but
Is it?
not like big ones, like just like little ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I look down and like there's like people that threw like some water bottles and shit in there, and I remember being like really pissed in my dream. Like, how could you
they?
litter the
could
Grand
they?
Canyon, one of the
Yeah.
like the best part of America?
Yeah.
I remember being upset, and that was the dream.
I
Hey.
would definitely smoke a cigarette at the Grand Canyon and then flick it without thinking.
Wow. And
But now
and
I
then piss
won't.
everybody off.
Now I won't. Now I'm gonna think about that, and I'm gonna like not flick cigarettes at like
Yeah.
national parks.
Yeah. Probably for the best.
That's
For
the best.
legal and ethical reasons.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
man. But-
destruction.
A smoker is just thinks like, like it's not like it's like it's not even a thought.
There was a girl who, a TikTok golfer girl, who like did a TikTok of her golf, like driving a ball into the Grand Canyon, and like that's a big no-no. And she posted it online, and she got a huge fine.
Like she put like this thing in the Grand Canyon.
She like you know like drove a golf ball towards the Grand Canyon, like into it,
Oh.
and like
She
you're not supposed to
swung and hit
throw
one.
things into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying. Yeah.
she posted on TikTok. They were like, "We know you did that."
I
So
wonder how much she got fined.
Probably.
Because a paper plane in the Grand Canyon would be lit.
This dude.
I'm just kidding.
record like put a little GoPro on it.
Corey litters at the Grand Canyon gets fined $100,000. I wonder how much it is. It's probably a crazy fine. Probably $10,000.
You know, I threw a pack of cigarettes on the ground like a week ago when I was walking Banana, and then I saw it for like 2 days, and I was like, and there's so much trash everywhere. People like break bottles everywhere and shit, but then I kept seeing that same pack of cigarettes, and I was like, damn. So I picked it up, and I was like,
it was still like all the cigarettes in there. And shit?
no, it was empty.
Oh, okay. But
Smoked
you
my
felt
last one.
bad.
Yeah, I felt bad. I just kept seeing it.
What was it? At my job, we like cleaned up like all like the Green Arts Center street like the other week. And I mean, when you think about it, there's street cleaning that comes through here. People probably don't move their cars for it. And like only people that can clean the street is like you. If you leave on
Well,
the street, you can clean it.
The
Like,
one thing I will say after living in Southside, I realized too is that there's like one dumpster for like, you know what I mean, like 20 houses.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like those things get filled up so quickly. So then all the trash goes on the side of it, right? And then a storm happens, and bam, it's all in the road. You know what I mean? Like literally out front. Like it's like a new
You
wave.
need to talk to your neighborhood alderman about that. This is why community work is important, y'all. All right.
Think,
let's get it
think
going.
globally, act locally.
Let's
Exactly.
get more dumpsters on the south side.
So apparently she was charged for 3 charges for tossing items into the Grand Canyon, littering, and creating hazardous conditions with disorderly conduct. She was only charged for throwing items into the canyon, which carries a maximum fine of $5,000 and 6 months in prison.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing shit.
6 months?
But I think she got it worked down to just a fine.
Nah, 6 months in prison is crazy. You're not catching me with any debris
Yeah.
out there. No, sir.
No
How you go to
chance.
jail all through some of the Grand Canyon? Now you in there with Big Rob and the boys. I'm good.
Now I'm
You
just
in there with
thinking of
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Now I'm just thinking of like a TV sitcom where it's like a prison and like the people are just rotating in and out for 6 months. They're like, what? They're just other people that threw rocks.
Yeah.
That is like a funny little plot. Like just like
Grand Canyon. It's like filmed office style.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
park rangers and people in prison for 6
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, every episode like new people rotate in
Yeah.
to serve
It's
their
like
little-
stand-up comedians in there and shit.
Yeah.
That's actually a funny ass idea.
yeah.
Oh.
Drunk assholes, TikTokers,
Yeah. Families.
Yeah.
Families that didn't know any better.
Yeah, the random mom that dropped
Flicked
a
a cigarette.
baby diaper or
Yeah.
something. Like
There's like a moment where like an actual like big mob person like comes in and they're like, we don't know how to handle this guy. Like he just starts saying some crazy shit.
yeah, like the COs and shit start like giving them like fucking extra shit too. You know what I mean? Like
It's like the first person I killed. They're like, wait. But do we want to? We've been trying to before we move on to other things. We want to rate the.
yeah, we can rate the movie.
I'm gonna rate it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Corey,
I rated it 8,
I'm gonna give it a 9.
9.
Yeah.
Nice. I
I
feel like
give it
those
a-
some solid numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense for all of our
Yeah.
stances on it.
I could probably give it a 9, but like I don't know, like I really liked it.
Yeah. I think on an animation level, it was really crazy for the time, and it obviously set up a huge, like one of the biggest names in animation, and that's really cool to me.
What is this one of like the early ones?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
It might be the
If
first.
I'd give it a higher rating, but I would love if this movie was refilmed or recut, re-edited, re-scripted. I would love for them to dial back the
Never mind, it was not the first one.
I
Sorry.
would love for them to dial back like the kidness of it, like the oh, I'm over here, ha ha. Look
Yeah.
at that. Like let's dial that down a little bit.
That's fair. I feel like I like
Like,
that I could put this
'cause-
movie on with like children and watch it with them.
Well, that's the thing. It's borderline illegal to watch this as a grown 29-year-old man.
Well, it's still
Nah.
it's a nice
Nah.
movie.
Borderline.
Nah, don't do that.
Nah.
Talking shit.
Don't do
I'm just
that.
talking shit. But that's what I would fix about this movie.
Jesus Christ, 88?
Yeah, there's more before it though. Castle in the Sky and another one.
Yeah.
But I
That's
think
crazy.
they used the Totoro in like the logo, right?
Yeah, Totoro's a big part of Ghibli. Have you seen Ponyo, Stevie?
Mm-hmm.
I know, isn't it about
Ponyo.
a fish?
Yeah, it's honestly kind of like the Little Mermaid, but Japanese.
Is Akira Studio Ghibli?
I wanna
Akira,
watch that.
Mm-mm.
No.
But Akira is one of the big ones.
We should run that.
I love Akira.
I saw Akira once when down in Florida when I was with my stepdad's grandparents. They put me onto that, which is wild. They were
Lit.
watching it. They were like
Legendary.
watching it, and I discovered. I was like, "What the fuck?
What is
this?
going on?
Yeah, it was like crack on a TV screen.
Yeah.
I remember that for sure.
I mean that slide has been used so many times since then. There's like a moment where like he's on a motorcycle and he like drifts and he's like in the middle of the camera and he like drifts backwards and like it's been used in everything. Nope used it.
Really?
Yeah, there's like at the end of the movie. Have you seen Nope?
Yeah, I say no.
Okay, there's at the end of the movie she's like riding to like get to the like whatever the camera thing that shoots upward
Oh yeah.
and like she slides as she's like getting there and like dust flies everywhere
Wait,
and like she slides a little bit.
there is a hand-drawn animated short on Disney Plus by Studio Ghibli that features Grogu and the Dust Bunnies from Totoro.
Really?
I've seen it.
Is it cool?
Yeah, I think it's only like 5 minutes long.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it says it's short. That's funny. That's real funny. Where's Stevie going? The bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What's
What's
good?
good, Phonzz? What's good?
You really wanted to get into this? We're getting into this? All right.
What?
What's good? I'll tell you what's good. All right. I'll tell you. No, I'm joking. Honestly, man, nothing. Just been like,
You gonna get Tears of the Kingdom?
yeah, I might get that.
Have you been seeing anything about it?
Nah. I've been trying to beat Mario Odyssey lately.
Mm.
I'm on like the I just beat the New York City level or like the Metro, whatever the fuck it was.
Mm.
Finished that.
New Donk City.
New Donk City is what it was called. yeah. And then I'm what level am I on right now? I'm on the level I just beat like the ice level and then
I
forget.
ain't played it. I just know there's New Donk City.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I need to
honestly, the
play it at
game's
some
pretty
point.
repetitive and simple.
yeah.
Like I thought they put way more work into it than they did. Like it was something like really immersive and like open world, but it's just classic Mario,
yeah.
and like it is what it is. Like it's an easy ass game to play.
Yeah.
I've collected all the stars on every level pretty much because there's like a certain level you hit, amount of stars that you're supposed to get, and then
Yeah.
after that it's pretty. You can leave it or like go to another level. Let's see. I got all the expansions though. I got the N64 expansion and the Super Nintendo expansion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice, and you get that Switch for like the whole year.
Yeah,
Like
I got
it's not that expensive either.
I tried to buy the year one and whatever. I clicked the wrong button, I think, and then it bought the 3-month one. So I was like, whatever. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a 3-month version of
Me
the
neither, because I clicked
64.
the $4.99,
It's like $50,
yeah.
yeah.
And it was like the whole year, and then I got a 3-month subscription. So I don't know. But yeah, got that. Yeah, I wanna get low-key, I wanna get the Steam Deck. Is the next shit. You know what that is?
Oh yeah, I know what
Oh
the
yeah.
Steam Deck is.
Yeah, Corey like,
Oh,
yeah.
That's just funny though that you
Start-
get a Switch and then you're like, I want the Steam Deck. But the Steam Deck is really cool. Like this,
Yeah.
the reason I love the Switch is for like indies. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I love all the indies. The Stardew is great. You know, being able to take that shit anywhere. Like
Yeah.
so many other indie games that are great. But Steam Deck is like
You
Steam
can
is
play
like
Spider-Man and
but no,
Counter-Strike and
but
everything
also
on there.
Steam is like the indie king. You know what I mean? Like that's like where like shit goes like before anything.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
to where it's like that would be like being able to play indie games anywhere on a Steam Deck. It's gonna play those like butter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Red Dead plays good on it. You know what I mean? You can play
Yeah.
Elden Ring on the Steam
That's
Deck.
what I'm saying. Like I want to get it because it's gonna run anything that's on Steam.
Yeah.
So it's gonna like every.
My buddy at work has one. He's brought it into work a
Yeah.
few times. It's pretty cool. I played
Yeah.
Spider-Man on it.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can get like the new Call of Duty on it, and I'm like, why wouldn't I do that? Like why would I go buy a PS4 or PS5 when I can just get a Steam Deck that's gonna run everything and then some?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be easy money.
Yeah. Steam
So-
Decks seem pretty cool. They're just expensive.
I feel like it's worth the money,
Yeah.
in my opinion. It's worth it. It's worth it. You know.
If you want to be a portable gamer, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can like I'm the type of person that's like I like the portableness of it because like
Same.
if I want to like lay in bed and be lazy, I'm like I'm gonna just lay here until I fucking pass out or something.
Yeah.
I don't think that the battery life works well in like big games. You know, I think it's
Really?
like 2 to 4 hours, like on like a big.
that's
game,
perfect.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm not a long
Yeah.
playtime gamer. I'm like let me scratch this itch and then I'm gonna go back to making music.
Yeah.
You know that's normally how I'm doing it.
I think the PlayStation's supposed to be coming out with a portable system too.
Yeah, the QP.
Something
What?
like that.
Yeah, the QP Lite
They
is what it's
announce it?
No. Just like rumors.
Rumors.
Yeah.
whispers or something new. You know.
Interesting.
It looks like the PS5 controller with a switch screen in between it. So it has, like, the
Interesting.
handles. Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody's moving back into the mobile game shit because
Let's go.
Switch been fucking it up by
Yes,
themselves
yes,
for
it
too
has.
long, and they're like, "Hold up, there's a market for this."
Yes.
and then Steam dropped their shit, and everybody's like, "Oh,
Now I hope Switch does just drop like a dope ass home console.
It would
like,
be so sick.
Like
Yeah.
if they drop like a badass machine that
Where
is
like you plug it into the dock and it's elevated.
well." Like, thing is, Nintendo has the both best of both worlds. Like, they got the Switch, and you just drop it in the thing. You know, you got a
Yeah.
at home thing. You know,
But it is running like basically the Switch is like at like a PS3 like or maybe I don't know. Like it's at like a
Yeah.
it's barely it's not like it's under PS4 like
But
level.
Nintendo's
like,
always
hardware.
been under though. Even with
Yeah.
GameCube, even with
No,
the
no,
Wii,
no, at
it's always been like
At a certain point, they were like even like more advanced. Like the N64 like may have been like more advanced than the PS1
Oh,
at
yeah.
the time. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, and I think the GameCube was like there. You know what I mean? I think the Wii was like there in a sense.
Yeah, I think they had to use more hardware power to get the motion stuff, so they sacrificed on graphics and stuff.
Yeah.
interesting.
But they were like still, they were like where they were lacking in one thing, they kind of made, I don't know, made up for in others, you know. But yeah, the Switch is just behind, and I think like that was a big problem with the last Pokemon game, and then maybe even Tears is that like at least their last big releases have been like dropping under 30 frames at certain moments in the games.
Hear me out though. Are the graphics that big of a problem when the games are so good? Like the games are
Look, it doesn't
Not
bother
to me. Not
It
to
doesn't
me.
bother me at all.
Just
yeah.
the-
Just the internet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because like to me, I feel like their games are like conceptually just like they're better than a lot of other systems.
The
Always
ability,
have been.
the
you know?
ability to even just be able to take it up off the dock and like walk outside and smoke a cigarette and play like Breath of the Wild as well
Yeah.
on my TV. You know what I mean? Or be able to put a Pokemon game and throw it onto my TV. Like that's amazing. I do wish that there was like a thing where like the next one is like, oh, when you take the Switch off, it drops down. You know what I mean? You're playing it, but when
to
you
get
put
to
it
high
on,
quality?
yeah, you're getting 60 frames off the TV. You know what I mean? You're not losing any hardware. Because it has hardware built in the dock to kind of like
that's what I was
expand
thinking.
on it. You know?
That's what I was thinking. Like they put it in the dock to where it's like
Yeah.
Even better.
yeah. That's the
To
problem
where,
right there.
you
That's
know,
a runaround.
It's like there's certain games, like I don't know, certain people like only do certain stuff handheld anyway. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like
Yeah.
Like Breath of the Wild is definitely a game I'd rather play on the TV more, but it's like when I want to go outside or like I don't know, it's cool to take it, or I might do something like not as important, but
100%.
I gotta
Yeah.
ask Phonzz. This is a switch of subject, but are you current on Ted Lasso?
No. I've been watching the Big Box.
Oh, is it good? I
It's-
keep seeing the trailers for it.
It's pretty good. I was doing my taxes last night because I'm way behind on that.
I get that.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. Like I don't know, and so like I was like halfway watching it. It was really good, and I got hit with my price tag for the taxes, and I was like,
Oh, fuck.
it ruined my whole night.
Yeah, I get
So-
that.
it ruined my whole night. So yeah, but yeah.
You like the box show though? I keep seeing
It's
ads
pretty
for
good. I really like my favorite show off Apple TV right now is probably Shrinking.
it. I like Shrinking. It was great.
Shrinking is hella funny.
Yeah, it was really fun. I thought it was gonna be more serious, but I liked how lighthearted it ended up being.
yeah, it's good.
Um,
It's good. I feel like it's I don't know. It's good. It has some things that I'm like, this ain't really realistic. But,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I've started every Apple Plus TV show and just not gone on with any of them. I've seen
Really?
the first episode of Severance. I've seen the first 2 of Shrinking.
you watched After Party.
I watched the After Party, and I've been watching Ted Lasso, but I'm still like
watch
episode.
Mosquito.
No, I started Loot.
There was
Have-
one that
didn't
I
you guys
watched.
start Loot?
No, there was one I watched and I finished it, and I was so mad that I watched all of it. It got so bad at the end, and I can't remember what it was called. But it was like they faked a hostage situation.
Really?
Yeah, I forget. But by the end of it, I was like, "This is
It's called Loot.
no.
No.
Loot is my
Maya Rudolph.
Okay,
and it has like a fake Hot Ones episode in it.
Yeah.
that's funny. Hold on, let me pull up this Apple shit.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what it's called.
Nah, but Mosquito Country is on Apple TV.
Good.
Hella good. It's about like pretty much like it never like obviously they're trying to keep you like roped into the show, but it's pretty much about this this scientist or something like that or environmentalist that he did something super illegal in the government or something like that, and they're just on the run from the government with their kids, and they go all the way down to like Mexico. You should watch it. It's good. It's like
I
like
kind of
some
like on the run type shit.
yeah. It's like some Breaking Bad type shit. But it's
I
Mosquito Country.
yeah,
I loved
yeah,
Prison
Mosquito
Break
Country.
back in the day. Prison Break was so good because they're like breaking out of the prison, and then season 2 they was like out,
Yeah.
and they was like running from people.
The one show I've been binging this week has been the last season of Better Call Saul. And I gotta
You
say,
see,
I think Better Call is better than Breaking Bad.
It's better than Breaking Bad. I keep
Yeah.
telling people that it's funnier. It has more edge.
Yep.
It has everything you want.
did you see what Saul got casted in?
Oh, I saw he has in a show, right?
He got casted in season 2 of a prominent show that you guys both, I think, like.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what it is. I just saw it.
The Bear.
Oh, right. The Bear.
Yeah.
You seen The Bear?
Oh yeah. Come
Okay,
on,
I haven't
yeah.
seen it.
I was about to
haven't-
joke.
I saw the first
Euphoria.
episode and I never watched
Bro,
anymore.
You're gonna like Bear.
I watched the first episode of everything and then just don't watch it.
Bro, you're gonna like the Bear just because of the world that we both existed in with like the food shit.
No, I
like
when I started writing a script, I started writing like shit in the food world because I'm like they don't like the specific. And then when I saw them drinking out of the fucking plastic, I'm like, oh my god, they nailing this.
Yeah.
Like, and I thought, I'm like, yeah, this is something they need to show more of. This new like hipster restaurant like environment.
bro, like when I tell you I related to the Bear so much on like a like everything, bro. Like the family meals, the drinking out of the plastic cups, the just like every little nuance that people would understand. Like even like the chefs, like they show it. He's like cutting the tape perfectly on each side. He's like perfectly putting it on the plastic shit, labeling everything. Like that's how really motherfuckers be in the kitchen, and then they be yelling at the top of their lungs, cussing each other out, and hella toxic. But it's all out of love though. After they're done cooking, it's like, hey man, how's your family?
Yeah.
Like real shit. Like that's really how it is. Like it's fucked up, but it's like that's like the kitchen culture.
If it happens in the kitchen, it doesn't count. You know.
It doesn't count. It don't count, man. But I would never go back though.
That's fair.
I would never go back. You know, one and done. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need no more of that.
It's a good show because it was like you're like, man,
It's
they captured
nostalgic.
it great, so great that it reminded me of why I don't want to go back at all.
Exactly, bro. When I seen them yelling at each other, I'm like, yeah, that's why we did. That's why we left.
Yeah.
That's why we left. 'Cause,
That's a good one though, Corey. I think you'd like it.
I liked the first episode. I just never watched more of it.
bro, you gotta run that back.
Did you finish this season of Abbott? Are you an Abbott fan?
No, that show's ass.
Bro,
Whoa.
What do you mean by that?
get the
Ass.
fuck out of here,
Maybe
bro.
I need to run it back.
Get the fuck
Here we
out of
go
here.
again.
Season
But-
2 is prime time.
Here's the thing, because they got all them kids in there acting all good and shit. In real life, the kids be out here fucking terrorizing these teachers.
They have some moments where the kids terrorize the teachers.
Nah, them kids bad as shit now. I'm telling you.
That's fair.
In real life, these kids bad as hell.
That's
I'm
fair.
telling you.
But they good teachers,
They're
so
good teachers. Not all the kids. Not all the kids.
No, but
some
they
of the kids are bad as shit.
they good. You'll understand why once you just see Abbott more.
Yeah. All right. I'll run it back.
The kids definitely get into some shenanigans at times.
Season 2 like has a lot more kids shit. You know, like they kind of like interact more in the show, and like there's definitely some dope shit. There's
What you got?
there's a whole Halloween episode where one kid comes dressed as Thanos, and like something gets happened. All the kids get like locked into like the cafeteria, and like he busts out and gets to all the candy, and then is like, you know, I don't know, like
yeah, there's just a lot of Marvel Infinity War.
Yeah,
reference.
there's so
they
much-
squeezed it all in as much as they could.
Really?
there's so much.
Because a lot of people in
funny
other
shit.
Halloween costumes too, as Marvel characters.
He gets on for the intercom and he's like, I am inevitable. Or inedible. Like,
he says inedible.
Yeah.
'Cause he-
I am inedible.
But you know, you got Vince Staples pops through a few times. Zach
Did-
Fox
there?
does. Yeah.
yeah, Vince Staples and Zach Fox. Well, Zach Fox been in the whole show, but Vince Staples is all in season 2.
That's funny. Okay. All right. I might have to fuck with it.
During the Marvel shit, one of the janitor comes in with he's Lil Uzi Vert, and he puts the jewel in his head. And then the kid comes by and rips it off, and then there's this other girl dressed like Scarlet Witch, and she's like, no!
Because it's like Thanos.
It's just like a tiny little Vision reference in it, and it's just like,
Yeah, that's hella funny.
because they're like, "Oh, are you Vision?" He's like, "No, I'm little Uzi Vert."
Lil Uzi Vert. That's funny. Like that's
Yeah.
funny as shit.
it's like a 50-year-old janitor, dude.
That's
Janitor's like the best. He's
the best character.
the quirkiest dude, and he's so random. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
one of
his
the
last-
kids comes dressed as janitor, and he's pissed.
That's hella funny. All right, I might have to run that back because I started. I think I got like 3 or 4 episodes in, and I was like, all right.
It's like the first episode, or the first season of The Office and Parks and Recs. It's like
Yeah.
slow and weird. The first season is always gonna like just seem weird in those type of shows, but the second season is literally like, the first couple episodes are all right, and then it's like every episode is perfect for like 16 episodes, damn near. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
They get some relationship tensions going on.
yeah.
Did you? I without spoiling it, what did you think of the finale?
I'm trying to remember everything that happened, but the finale, I mean, it kind of like, I don't know, they teeter a lot of things,
Yeah.
like with certain characters and
I wish they would have just done it.
yeah, it kind of upset me.
Just done it. They should just done it. Dang it, they didn't do it.
But then I guess the same thing I've been saying. It's like, all right, like they're
They're having another season.
yeah, like next season they're gonna really get into it, and it's gonna finally start like paying off,
Yeah.
and then by fourth season they'll be married.
All right.
Boom, boom, boom.
Go off like the Office story arc.
Yeah, it's doing the same Jim and Pam shit.
Yeah, but doing it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jim and Pam were kind of toxic.
Little
People
bit.
don't say it, but I just said it.
Definitely toxic. I said it.
Corey's looking at me like I'm crazy.
I'm just trying to analyze Jim and Pam. What's toxic about them?
Well, it was like kind of like a Wilshire situation for like the first 2 seasons,
What do you mean Wilshire?
like the Tyler song,
Oh yeah.
where like Jim knows that she's engaged, but he's flirting with her regardless. But then she's like, I wasn't doing anything wrong, but she was definitely flirting back and acting. I don't know.
Yeah, but Roy was trash. And
That's
that's
true.
a fact.
That's true. But if he was trash, he could have left him way earlier.
True.
I don't know. I think I get turned off by The Office because so many people put
The
it in there like
Office.
it's like a personality.
The Office is done.
I
Fuck
love The Office, but like I need a
Parks
I
and
need a-
Recs is still lit.
Yeah,
I'm watching that right now.
I've been going through Curb. That's been my thing. There's this episode of Curb. He got in trouble with a police officer because he tried to like honk him to let him know that the light had switched, and the police officer fined him because he honked at a police officer, and he's like, "There's only one honking tone. How was I supposed to like do a friendly honk?"
See Nick with the holiday store in Tokyo.
Yeah, it's lit.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was dope.
Worldwide.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this. This is kind of just like a random question. This had nothing to do with like Nick, but the realm of like shit. But like, all right, you think back to that era, right? Of Stay Broke and Holiday, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know if it's because we were like younger, but we were just like kind of running around the city, just doing whatever the fuck we did. It was fun times, Do you feel like because he took Holiday to LA that was the reason that it grew to be what it is, or do you think that would have happened regardless? And I ask you this because, like I grew up with went to school with Metro, and Metro was who he was the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I was in close proximity. You know what I'm saying? And somebody in close proximity, you're like, all right, like I knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Eventually he went to Atlanta, and then he became Metro. And you start thinking to yourself, when it happens once, you're like, okay, like, what am I doing wrong? And then I see it happen again, and I'm like, okay.
I could even throw a third one in there for you.
What's
Smino.
Smino's a good one. I wasn't in close proximity.
No,
with him,
I know, but
yeah, I mean that's another one. Like I went to multiple.
But you know the story enough of Smino, probably. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, the thing
You
is
remember
just-
Chris Smith Jr.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You remember that song that got big on Pigeons and Planes, and then
Yeah.
Chicago and Understand Classic Studio. And
I remember seeing him at multiple
there's a
events
lot.
around St. Louis and being like, "What's up?" You know what I'm saying? Like he was small enough at the time still. So
There's a lot of variables to everything. You know what I mean? And especially Nick, but there is Nick is Nick, so he probably would have found a way to LA no matter what. But he did find a way to LA. Into the Brockhampton house in 2017. You know what I mean? Like the year of Saturation 3, or Saturation 1 through 3. You know what I mean? And then Holiday was all in those videos. You know what I mean? And then Nick's at the merch tables of all the things. So he was able to really propel himself in that moment. But he would have found a way to LA no matter what. He was still there were other artists that were bubbling, that were wearing Stay Broke even. You know what I mean? And and he just knew, to get it in the right hands of someone, you know what I mean? And let that shit grow on its own. And so but there's so many different variables to it, and But then there's even a sense of like, you know, Holiday took some time to form into what it is now too. You know,
Yeah, 100%.
like that took a lot of, that took a little bit of development, and now it's like I saw something. He got like shoe boxes coming, so he's about to do some shoes soon.
Yeah.
So like that might be a whole nother level. You know what I mean? But then like all that leads into like the New York LA hats, which is just its own little thing. You know what I mean? That was like,
I feel like a way to phrase the question that I think you're asking is like, is it easier for like a flower to grow in like somebody's yard or like at the botanical garden? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like a flower can grow into a lot of things in someone's backyard, but like the success ratio of like when you're in some place that's like designed to like take care of that, like you have a higher likelihood of blooming. I don't know if that metaphor makes sense at all.
No, I mean,
Yeah, but I don't think it's impossible though to bloom and be beautiful in a backyard.
with music, I think it's way tougher. You know what I mean? I think you come from it as like an artist standpoint, like a musician. You know what I mean? And with music, it's way different. You know what I mean? With clothes, it is a little bit like there is kind of like a blueprint that you can see. You know what I mean? Like, and that is getting dope people wearing it. That's simple. Like he knew to get dope people. He wouldn't, early on he knew to get it to Warhols, to, you know what I mean, to whoever would send it. He would send it to other fashion people. Zach from FTP was wearing Stay Broke. You know what I mean? Like he, that was his first initial, he just knew, he just knew to get it onto dope people. So there's like something like that as far as like, and there's ways to do that with music too in a way, but it's just like, it's not as easy to like visually see, you know what I mean? And back in the day it was like, as far as like, oh, get it to people that can get it on radio, and people would just do whatever they could for that. But it's kind of having a simple goal of that, you know what I mean? Like, how do I get the music to the people? And like, I don't know, like,
I mean, you're right. I mean, like,
you got to drop it though, Phonzz. That's first and foremost.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know, like music's weird. I look at things through like a lot of different lenses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely plan on, with like releasing singles. That's one thing. That's one pillar to Phonzz. You know what I'm saying? The next is to like really start figuring out like the design shit from like a new angle that hasn't been done before. Because I feel like a lot of people, people want to be certain things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to be artists, and a lot of people want to be like front facing, like, they want to do, if they're front facing, they only want to do the cool things. Like, nobody wants to be like a world famous anthropologist. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody might,
but most people don't.
Yeah, I feel like if like the desire to be an anthropologist maybe doesn't collide with the desire to be known.
I do think there's a lot. I think our views can be a little clouded. I think there's a lot more people that want to do like that don't want to do like TikTok. You know what I mean? Or like be an artist. I think there is like.
But as somebody who, here's my argument, right? Like, as somebody who is now like works in marketing, like I got the marketing job, so I proved to myself that I understand marketing on a high level. It annoys me when people want to be known for something, but they're like, I hate TikTok, and I'm like, it's where the attention is. And not to sound like Gary Vee, but it's where the attention is. It's like if you tried to sell mixtapes out of a trunk right now, you'd be unsuccessful. You'd sell some, but you ultimately would just be left with a bunch of physicals in a trunk. You know what I'm saying? Versus if you got on TikTok and made the same video for the same song 60 times, you probably go viral.
Yeah, if you made the TikTok about you selling your mixtapes out of the trunk.
Out of the
now
trunk.
That might go viral.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. But like, I hear you though. But anthropologists, like people that rather do other things in life, a lot of times they're like, I hate TikTok, I hate the internet. And that sucks because those are where the attention is. Until TikTok gets regulated and the internet gets banned or something, that attention will go somewhere else.
I don't think anthropologists need TikTok that much.
Nah, they don't.
So if they don't give a fuck about the internet and shit,
it could be beneficial for people.
To be like,
Do you know what an anthropologist is?
No.
It's like that would answer. That says a lot. like anthropologists, like they like to discuss and understand like culture and like.
Oh, okay,
you
never
know what
mind.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
I was
But,
thinking like someone who studies plants, maybe.
oh, like
You know, or like someone who
It's like
studies
horticulture?
reptiles. Yeah, yeah. You know, I was thinking something like that, or like someone who studies like farming. You know, like.
But that stuff is important for the internet too, though.
Yeah.
True, but certain things, if you're trying to spread information, you know what I mean. But that's marketing in its own too. You know what I mean, and they probably hire
It's
marketers
also-
for that.
It's
live
also
in a-
hard because like maybe we're just not on the corner of the internet where there's like pop-in anthropologists popping up on our timeline. You know what I
There's
mean?
probably anthropology talk.
There probably is.
We're all gonna like log onto our whatever Facebook reels or our TikToks, and the next thing's gonna be an anthropologist talking to us.
I mean, like, I don't know. I get a lot of weird like professors and shit on mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I see and like I kind of like look for people doing weird shit on the internet a lot because I like weird like. I like finding like weird niche communities and shit because I feel like if I can better understand somebody who is making a living with 1,500 subscribers on YouTube, that'll help me better understand what I need to do with Phonzz because Phonzz, in theory, is that weird anthropologist.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, go back to the thing that stands the test of time, YouTube, and there's everything on there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? You can find teachers teaching calculus. You can find,
Oh,
you know what I mean, people teaching coding. You know what I mean? You can find anything. Like, you can find, cool shit, not cool shit, like.
But, all right, so check this out. Cornell West, he's a famous professor from, I forget where he teaches. He probably don't teach anywhere anymore. But Cornell West is a famous professor. And he once said that the things that are cool are the things that hurt us the most, and the things that are uncool are normally things we need, which is why Lupe Fiasco created the album The Cool. Because there's actually a poem about it too. You know what I'm talking about? You ever heard it?
Maybe.
It's like it's like this old like poem. There's a video for it too. But anyway, the whole idea is like the cool is like everything that is the cool is like, like in Lupe's sense, like it's the streets, it's the game, it's like, what I'm saying, it's everything you don't need. That's what's cool. What's uncool is like somebody talking about like sustainable like living environments for what I'm saying, like shit like that. I don't know, but I'm kind of going off on the tangent.
No, I like
Yeah,
the
but Kanye
tangent.
made making your own city like kind of cool though.
He ain't
And then he abandoned it.
and then abandoned it. Yeah, Kanye is interesting because like I feel like he was in the right headspace. But like also like I feel like Kanye is the type of person that goes into things.
Steve almost hit the button on you.
No.
Oh, not me.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say.
Damn. Nah, like Kanye, like all right, like one day somebody, like all right, look at it like this, right? Let's say Frank Ocean got really into farming. Now there's probably going to be more farmers that are in it for the wrong reasons. There's probably going to be the corporatization, the industrialization of farming. It's probably going to be like boho farming brands that pop up.
Yeah, or like people like taking up land but not actually using it.
Yeah, and all types of weird shit.
Oh, like a layer of like if you make something that's uncool, cool, it can
Yes.
also ruin that too. You know what I
Yes.
mean? By just drawing the wrong people to it.
Exactly.
I see.
And I think there's room for that everywhere. It just hasn't happened yet because the world hasn't progressed. Like 50 years from now, you're gonna see like a boho like plumbing brand. Like like we see like these like trades companies around St. Louis now. It's gonna be like some like hipster trades company with like minimal typeface on the side of a van and a skull, and it's like fuck your plumbing or so I don't know. Like I don't know.
Fuck
like
your plumbing.
yeah.
But maybe those people innovate plumbing.
Yeah, plum fuckers. I don't know. Like
But you never know. Maybe that'll be like the next like evolution of
Hood
plumbing.
by air
Yeah.
plumbing.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit. Like, and like I don't know, but yeah, you're right though. Those are the same people that will innovate on it. But I think across the board though,
Yeah, I know what you're
that's
saying.
what is gonna happen. Like even like right now, like I really like this idea of like doing like community work is really fun, and I'm meeting a lot of people in it. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of cool things you can do within it that I feel like people around St. Louis haven't realized like. That you can actually like plug in your brand to too. You know what I'm saying? Like Stevie, you could plug in your brand into mentoring kids that want to learn guitar, but they're like, I don't know, just never been able to get a guitar, or I don't know, just like that's a really bad example.
No. I know what you
But,
mean though.
You know what I'm saying? It's like one day it's gonna be like hipster to like be like want to be like a involved in your community.
Yeah.
That's getting your music to
but-
the people, getting your, you know what I mean? Like that's like there's
Yeah.
all different types of ways of that type. I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw on the internet. This is like kind of related, but like someone was like, you just gotta prank yourself into liking yourself. You gotta like yourself as a
Shit.
prank,
It's
and then
a
like
prank.
and then you'll start really liking you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. There's something
That's
about
funny.
like people doing something ironically, and then they end up actually doing the thing
Yeah.
that they were kind of making a joke about in the first place. But I know what you mean too, because like suddenly you get people in it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But I honestly like I'm starting to think like broader about like a ton of different careers, and I feel like a lot of people jump into a lot of different things for the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reasons.
You know what I mean? Like like I've just thrown out a few, like, but like doctors. You know, like there might be people who just like, I'm gonna become a doctor because it's like one of the most highest regarded things in society, and not like because they actually want to take care of people and help people get better.
Mm-hmm.
And then that just leads to having doctors that are like
Have
cold and
Yeah, no bedside manner.
Yep.
Don't give a
Yeah.
fuck about you. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, and like that's why I'm like saying any of this is because like I feel like me, like I've always known that I want to make like a deeper impact and like change the world and inspire and shit like that. Like if you listen to my music, there's a reason why I don't rap about certain things that are in rap because one, it's already being said.
yeah.
Why not find something new to say?
I'm pretty sure that
But-
WashU class could beg to differ. No, I'm just
What do you mean?
Then when they making fun of you for like talking about like hoes or something in a song.
Yeah, because they didn't understand songwriting mechanics. Like they didn't understand that. Like,
I'm just making a joke,
no,
bro.
I mean you're right though. Like I mean that's another thing too, right? Like when you start playing like rap music in in certain spaces. I remember when I brought up what's up with that bag at WashU, right? They were like, so what does the bag mean? Like, what do you mean by the bag? And I'm like, bro, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that bag is like, what do you mean? What's up with the fucking bag of money, bro? What's up with
What do you mean by that?
what's up with that thing that's gonna benefit me?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, you're overthinking this.
Yeah.
I made something digestible for y'all. Y'all can't even digest it.
You're thinking too hard.
Yeah, and I was like, I had a line that was like, it was like something about going to Whole Foods and spending your whole check, and calling Whole Foods whole check on the album, on the song, or whatever. And they were like, so what do you mean? I'm like, bro, Whole Foods is expensive unless it's not for y'all. Probably not since it's WashU.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know.
No, I get it.
Being in certain spaces and contexts, that's the whole thing. But anyway,
Yeah.
Do you think that like the fact that like people know that you could blow up on TikTok or like social media platforms has caused people to like try to shape their art around that in a way that has caused art to become a little bit more bland,
yeah, it's diluted art a lot.
and like force people like specific sounds and not force them to like explore what they are meant to be making?
Yeah, so check this out. That's actually good. That's a good like question to pose, because this actually goes back to the whole thing I started like from the beginning, like with Nick and Metro and Smino, right? No matter what happened to them was luck.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's all
I mean,
variables,
there's
and
definitely
luck is a part of that.
Luck is
you know?
definitely a big variable.
Bro,
There's all variables. It's just like Jack Harlow said, it can't be because of this, it can't be because of this.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason I say it's luck is Metro is in his position right now because he messaged Don Cannon on Twitter
Right place, right time.
and was like, kept hitting him up to send him beats, and Don Cannon was like, all right, fuck it, this annoying Metro kid I'll fucking check your beats out. Lucky him, his beats were good.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing
You know?
too. It's like a beat placement. That's just like a shirt placement. It's like he knew, all right, all I got to do is do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he probably would have found someone else too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like that's the other
He already
point
had
about that.
Theophilus London and like knew who he was.
Exactly.
You know,
So it's like he would have found someone else eventually because he just had one goal, and that was just to get his shit to someone.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Someone important.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the one goal. That's what a lot of people do. Is like they just tunnel vision and just get this to someone important, and they don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
About other shit like that. Like
yeah,
it's not that important to them. You know, like
Yeah. So I don't know, but I think I mean, luck aside, right? Like at the end of the day, like you can chase virality all day. It's gonna make you a madman though, you know. And it's like we're grown too. Like the older you get, it's like, I mean, like I don't know, like think about how crazy it is to like sit around like chasing TikTok views. Like you make music to chase a TikTok view, or you make music to build an audience. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And it's like maybe those are one and the same.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's like all about
But-
trying to align your art in a way that it's not like you're forming for TikTok. It's just like TikTok's a platform that you're sharing that art.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I really admired like Rob's latest like rollout year or whatever was just him taking his music videos and putting them on TikTok, which I thought was really smart.
Yeah.
Versus like
It's some-
formulating like a way to like, but also sometimes it's good to formulate a little bit.
Yeah. And some might even say that's like a sliver of the strategy.
Yeah.
But for Rob and the music we know Rob makes, Rob, obviously as a rap fan, I hear Rob and Rob spitting bars.
And then he's got funny bars,
he
and
got-
then he's got one-liners too, or like shit that can just be like heard in, you can hear like like these couple lines in a small dose, and that's just like
Yeah.
its own little.
and its own song almost.
Yeah,
Like,
not even its own, but yeah, it's just its own little experience, and that's what it works for TikTok, and it also is, just created genuinely.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: like you put a couple bars that are like get the people going. People just gonna rap that bar.
Yeah, there's plenty of people that don't even make
Like-
music that just make TikToks, and they'll just like, I always see this one dude pop up, and he just has a mic set up like, at Central Park or like anywhere, and he's just like, yeah, hey, and then just like does a verse, you know what I mean, and then it just like loops back to it, and then it's just like, and he does a million of those, but I mean he probably drops music, but like,
Yeah.
it's never like new single out, it's just like, yo, like some thoughts I had today, or like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh no.
To me, that's like, I don't know. To me, that's just like wild that people do that. That they like put that much energy into like the video and the production versus like the song releasing aspect. Because it's like what's important. And I guess if you get popping off of like doing those little videos or whatever, then it's like, all right.
Yeah.
That's
But
I'll
there's
make
plenty
some-
of people, like, I think this dude in particular is, like, just a songwriter. You know what I mean? I think he does, like, songwriting sessions. You know what I mean? To where, like, he doesn't want to, like, his goal is to sell songs to other artists, I think. You know what I mean? But then he just does this TikTok, like, on his own, like.
Most people don't know how to sell anything, though. Like, what do you, like, is he, like, a major artist?
I don't know, but, I mean, he's like, kind of big on TikTok, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, that's why I don't know if he's, like, necessarily, like, his goal isn't to be an artist. Like, his goal is to just
Have fun and make.
yeah, and then
stuff
he
over
realized
songs.
like, oh, I can also just practice, like use my songs that I write on TikTok,
Would y'all
and
ever
make
do that?
money on that.
Would you ever do that?
What?
Go to a park with a mic and just call that your creation for the day and go home?
If I lived near a cool park and it was easy.
You think it has to be cool? Do you think we overthink that aspect? Because I've thought about like
I don't know. Well,
implementing a strategy of doing shit like that, and I'm like, am I overthinking this?
I think it would work, but so like one person whose content I look up to a ton is Mad Keys,
Okay,
and I like what he does because it seems like at first it's like music first, like he's making the music, but like the shots are all extremely beautiful, but they're just in his studio, you know what I mean? And like finding a way that like you can make like utilize your space so that it looks aesthetically great, and then it's easy to make those videos.
I think there's a huge element of like, well, like consistency is huge. I think especially on TikTok. Like I don't think any of these people just like start off viral. Like I think they're doing that for probably months, and they have to chase that, and like they eventually grow over time. You know what I mean? And like to where it is one of those things of like you can try everything once. You know what I mean? But it's not it may not work. But these people are like I know people that like do that at like smaller levels. Like there's like a dude I follow on Facebook, and I think every day he's just like recording verses on the mic, and like I'm like, some of them I do hear, and I'm like, yo, this is kind of dope. You know what I mean? And like I don't check in with them, but I'm like, one of these just might work eventually. You know what I mean? And then it might make all of them start to like get a little bit of views, and then his next one does well. You know what I mean? Like I don't think any of these people start off and are just successful at it, but I think they do it every day for a year. and then they're like, oh shit, now I'm getting 70K. You know what I mean? Just like the Russ method, or like, you know, or they spend one day to record 7 of them, and then they just, you know, go
Roll
about
'em
their
out a
work
month.
life, and they just stay consistent. It's something that I think you gotta like brave through the bullshit and then just kind of push through. And I think you even kind of can see that with like the graphic shit. It's like, you know what I mean? Some of them are gonna work, some of them are not. But you might have the one that just really pops soon, and then all of them start working. You know, like
Yeah, I mean, there's one video I did on Instagram. They got like 12,000 plays,
yeah,
and it was not the video that I thought was gonna get 12,000 plays, and it just like, I mean, for a minute, it was like every day I would get like 500 likes,
Damn.
and it was like I was like, oh, this is nice.
but and some
Like-
people wait for that shit, and then they just recreate that video 100 times. You know what I mean? Not recreate it, but they'll just do that again and again, and then
I
they.
thought about that.
Yeah.
But-
Because if you're like,
I
that
mean,
works, that works. You know what I mean? Some people are willing to do that. Like, some people just want to be TikTok creators. Like,
yeah. I mean,
like that is like a title now of just being a creator. You know what I mean? All TikTok people will be like, oh, I'm a creator. I'm going to a creator event, you know?
we're all creators, man. I mean,
Yeah.
here's the thing, right? Like, no matter what, like none of us can choose the audience that we get, the type of fame that we get, who we are. If you pop off from Movie Club, right? Are you gonna put Movie Club first, or are you gonna be like, I'm a fucking musician, damn it, and like burn it all to the ground because it's not what you wanted?
Yeah,
know?
that's the thing. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have to play it smart. You'd have to, like, you know, introduce your other shit, like, slowly and right, and make sure, you know, and make sure you build a solid foundation first. And
Yeah.
and I think that's what some people try to do with TikTok, too, before they, like, really start, like, dropping their songs. You know, they might just do dumb shit for TikTok just to, like, you know, like,
Get views,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
follows.
I mean,
or like
that's-
just doing like just sample songs on TikTok where they're like, oh, this isn't like my, like, you know, this isn't my shit I want to like drop, but like, let me just like try to get a little following first before I drop.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's real. Stevie, what's something that like on TikTok that you wanted to do but you're too afraid to do it?
Cover songs.
Do it.
Yeah,
I
no,
wanna see
I
that,
know I
bro.
need to.
Just do it.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out
Bro.
like if I should just be recording right into my phone or like try to figure out a mic setup.
Most low what do they call it? At work we call it the lowest viable product.
Yeah,
You know, create literally. If you're like creating the next Facebook, what's the easiest way to do that?
true.
A sign up page.
Yep.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, bro,
one thing.
if you do that, I'll start making my design TikToks.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta challenge each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The one thing I've been doing on TikTok it's worked a little bit, but also I worry it's like ruining my algorithm is a way. Is I've been posting my old film pictures,
okay,
and I'll just post like 8 with like some dreamy music, and like they'll usually do pretty decently.
keep
But-
doing it.
Then I'm like, I go to post the song and like the video flops because it's like, oh no, they like want the pictures.
Here's the thing though. You gotta there's a new Tyler video that came out the other day. And he's like, stop fucking looking at the numbers. He was
Yeah,
like,
no, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I saw it was at his estate show sale.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like that's one thing I really, really, really been trying to like not pay attention to. That's why I've been back on like YouTube heavy and like uploading all my shorts on there.
Gotcha.
I uploaded a short in the second video. It gets 1,200 views.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
And,
lit.
like 40 likes.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, like,
easy.
you know,
Dude, that's I mean, when I would go live. Every time I went live, I would get 1 or 2 subscribers from that,
yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, I just got to get back into that in a way. But I don't know.
I think consistency. I feel like we start to lack in consistency, not because it's hard to do it, but because we start getting in our head about the impact of it.
Yeah,
We're
or like
like-
what someone's gonna think about that content
Yeah, like
versus
somebody,
who I am.
Yeah, like in my head, I feel like the reason why I'm inconsistent a lot of times is because I'll put something out on the internet. Like I remember I dropped this song Alignment, right? Nobody shared it. When I tell you nobody. I couldn't even emphasize how much on the nobody.
We've all had them.
Yeah, but and then I dropped the song with Najee on 3 on 4 Day, and that shit pops off, and I'm like,
What the hell?
what the fuck? Like,
No, I get it.
yeah, it
The
made
last-
me feel like shit.
The last
but
song
was
I
like,
dropped, Spiral. The song I dropped before this last one, Spiral. I felt really good about it. Had a great video, and in terms of like Spotify, Apple Music views, like the worst drop I'd had in maybe 2 years.
really,
Yeah, but I had a lot of people that followed me on Instagram and stuff like that, and in real life that were like, "Yo, I saw that was lit,"
Yeah.
and like they were really excited about that. So it was like it wasn't all a failure, but it's hard to shake that feeling when you look at the numbers and like you're just like, oh,
Yeah. The numbers and the feeling that you get from the numbers is a real feeling that's it's really really hard to shake. It makes you feel like, what's the word? It just makes you feel like,
sort of like you have so far to go still.
yeah,
Like nothing you've done has
nothing
pushed you
matters.
further.
Yeah. Yeah. But
But then you drop that other so then I followed it up with this Lucy acoustic song, and that's been doing numbers on Spotify.
that's what I'm saying, man.
And I was like, all right, well, okay.
Maybe sometimes you got to do a hard left on the content. You know?
You got to do a bunch of shit and just not think about it.
Yeah,
you know what
don't
I mean?
overthink
like,
shit.
That's always like what I feel like is the best plan is just do something for a year and not think about it, and then just look at it that like after a year and then just be like, all right, what should I do differently now?
Yeah.
Do that for a year, and things will just grow.
Oh, facts. What was it?
But you got to do it too.
Yeah, that's facts. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Damn, it was on the tip of my tongue.
Well, I think Stevie does have to leave, don't you?
I'm good for a few more minutes.
Okay.
Fuck, I had a really good point I was gonna make. Damn, I can't remember. It was in terms of like releasing music and shit, and just like
Consistency?
consistency. I don't know. I was gonna go somewhere with it. It was a really good point, but I've lost it.
Trying a lot of different things, don't box yourself in.
Yeah, something like that. I like all these points you're bringing up, but I can't elaborate on. Dang, I was gonna say. Yeah, I can't even remember. It's gone.
One thing that's so crazy for me right now is like whenever I think of trying to release my music in terms of an album, I get so blocked up in terms of writing and actually getting stuff done. But the second I start to think about it song by song, it just starts flowing easy.
That's why I'm gonna send you this PDF when we're off of here. But it's about like it's like a strategic PDF or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I feel like releasing albums at our level is kind of pointless, man, because it's like you release an album when you have a lot of hype, right? Like somebody like Jack Harlow, it's better for him to just release like a mixtape versus release it single by single because people already know him.
Yeah.
If you already have fans, why would you drip feed them?
Especially if you're not trying to drop like a hit.
Exactly.
But I could argue that, and I think Band-Aid was the biggest reception I've gotten for anything. You know what I mean? Like as apart from songs, videos, whatever. Like, and I've done a lot of different shit individually, and like, when I dropped Band-Aid, just the lead up to that and like the dropping of that was like the biggest thing I ever released, and it was the biggest thing I ever worked on. You know what I mean? Like like not alone, but like like.
Yeah.
I have something of myself, you know what I mean? Like my
I feel
own
like
project.
also it worked that way though too, because you had that so much momentum you built into that.
Yeah.
And you,
so
like,
there's
built up a
ways to
world.
do that, you know what I mean? To where that was my biggest release, you know what I mean? Like
I wouldn't say I'm not saying like not to, like that it's not possible to drop a good album and get a good reception.
Yeah.
But it's like if you look at it from a business standpoint, right? And it's like you have 8 songs in an album, that's 8 products on a shelf. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like if you release all those at once, you're gonna have to double back and do promotion on each one of those at least.
Hey, but in that Era movie, he said, "Fuck the 3 artists, or fuck the 3. I want to focus on the one. I want to put it all into the one."
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But
So instead of having 8 duds, or not like having 4 duds and 4 that kind of work out, you know what I mean? Rather than having like one big thing that like lasts over like 2-3 month thing. Like there, it just I think it depends on what the artist wants. You know what I mean? And like what you want to do can be like, I don't know. Like it makes you more excited. It makes you like, I don't know. Like that goes back into like are you making shit like for TikTok or whatever? You're making I don't know. Are you doing shit that you want to do? Like if you genuinely love some shit and like want to make something great, like that'd be better. You know what I mean? That'd be better than just I don't know.
I think
but
it also
some people want to genuinely just make great songs and that's it, and they work better not making an album. You know what I mean? So I don't think everybody should make. I think most people should make songs, but
I think like you should be fine to make an album, but like you gotta like manage your expectations on how it might be received.
True,
because it's just like imagine if you're serving food to somebody and you're like, here is one dish, and they're like, that was great, and then in instead you're like, here's 8 dishes. What did you think of all of them right now?
Yeah.
And the person's like, I can't eat 8 dishes right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. Sometimes there's certain restaurants where if they gave me 8 dishes, I'm eating all of those regardless of how I feel.
Yeah, but you already have a rapport built with those normally.
That's true. Or somebody's hyped it up.
Or somebody's hyped it up a lot, And it's like, I mean, here's the thing. There's a couple ways to like, I feel like jump the gap. If you're gonna do an album, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do an album, obviously you need to do your groundwork and promotion first. And like right now, I'm stuck in this ad algorithm right now because it works for me because blogs don't exist anymore. Where all I get is upcoming rappers that are promoting their music right now, and they all have like 2,000, 3,000 followers, and I'm learning hellas about ad promotion and like strategies, and like I'm seeing like all these like DIY music videos and artwork and shit from people that are really trying to get it. And I'm like seeing everything they're doing wrong and some shit they're doing right,
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like, if you're doing an album, at least put some bread behind it. At the least.
And roll that shit out properly.
Yeah, roll it out properly. Make sure the artwork hits. I'm learning that, like, I've seen artists that are, like, legacy artists to, like, artists that are just, like, randomly have, like, 90,000, 100,000 fans or whatever. People do, like, these low-quality, like, music videos on, like, an iPhone. And I've seen people do, crazy, what looks like big-budget red camera-style music videos. Guess what? There's a spectrum. And it doesn't matter what you do. You can do the iPhone shit. You can do the red camera. None of it is going to determine if you're, like, going to
pop
go
off
platinum. Yeah, none of it.
Certainly helps. It helps, like, the chances.
Helps the chances. But
there's also, it's crazy how much you
doing
can
it
do
is
on
everything.
your own.
It don't matter how you do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I saw this simple music video idea the other day, and it blew my mind. It was, like, a guy standing in, like, the corner. It was this whole thing with, like, a tree line.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like rapping, and as he was rapping, like the written lyrics were coming down, but would disappear with the tree. So it was like constantly scrolling. But he was performing. It was such a beautiful wide shot. But also, I was reading the lyrics too, and I was like, "This is really captivating."
I'm telling you, it's so many good ideas out there to like take from.
Yep.
Still like an artist. That little message. Like I'll tell y'all, like I got some ideas in the can that's gonna really fuck the game up.
Just waiting for you to pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying?
But thing is like I'm learning. I'm learning that like a lot of times I want to like space stuff out, or I don't want to give people too much or something because I feel like I'm oversaturating. And it's like
Yeah.
Brockhampton literally made an album called Saturation, and I'm over here like I don't want to oversaturate on the internet because people are gonna get too much of the good shit.
Well, and like the thing is. Low key, as much as I love the people that currently support me, like I'm trying to reach the people that don't support me right now, that don't know me, and like the only way that's gonna happen is putting shit out.
Yeah, I mean, you got to nurture the people too that are.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
You got to nurture. I think when it's all said and done, and we get sad about not doing big numbers, imagine you had 50 plays on everything always. At least that your 50 people always going to show up for you.
That's true.
Like, when I look at my YouTube channel, I always hit 50.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, that works for me.
I think at the end of the day, I'll always feel good knowing that, like, I actually tried to make some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't just, like, live life being like, man, I bet I could rap. Or I bet I could make music.
You could rap, bro. Do it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, like, I feel good knowing that, like, I tried it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying it now. Still in it.
What was it? I saw. Oh, this is what I was gonna say earlier. I saw this girl drop this song. She got really, really happy because she was like, I got 60 listeners on Spotify, and I was like, and she's like really excited about it, and I'm like, damn, I get sad when I see that.
Yeah,
I get sad, which is like speaks volumes to like maybe because I've been doing it a long time, and I'm like.
You wish it was like 60,000.
Yeah, I'm like, this is pathetic for me.
Yeah.
This is great for you.
Yeah. But also, like, if you put 60 people in a room, you'd be like, this room's pretty crowded.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when
exactly.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You saw 60 people, like, yeah, fuck with this shit.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
you feel hella good.
like when you put, like, when I told you, like, when I hit 50 on every video, and you do that for 20 videos in a row,
Yeah, but that's the thing is you got those people, so it's still about growing them. You know what I mean? Like you're still you're gonna nurture them by dropping more shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that is nurturing. If you bitch about Frank, you know what I mean, withholding shit, you withholding shit too.
Oh man, call me the underground Frank. That's funny. Yeah, I mean that's the point. You got a good point.
I did not call you the underground Frank. Let's be.
you did. I heard it. I mean, you heard it.
We can run
the tape back.
Nah, but it's I don't know. Releasing music's weird. Expectations are weird. I think you just gotta release your inhibitions and release them singles.
It's crazy. You go through a phase. Like right now, I think every song I've dropped this year, I kind of hate hearing, and I don't think they're great. But every song that I dropped a year ago and I'm listening to now, I'm like, wow, I'm really that guy.
Right? That's because in a year you're gonna listen to everything this year, and it's gonna be good. And that's the same thing I've gone through for fucking 6-7 years, and that's why I say fucking just drop the shit. You know what I mean? Like stop.
Yeah, but I mean, I think at times it is appropriate to be like, all right, like what went wrong here.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you gotta be honest with yourself.
You gotta drop that to understand what went wrong too.
I drop.
I know.
My music.
I'm just saying.
But I also think that there could be a moment where like you like it doesn't go right, and you like go to calculate why it didn't go right, and you're like, I did everything right.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to accept that even though you did everything right, and you did everything to your best, that just wasn't that day. But maybe sometimes there's multiple times that I'm on TikTok now, and there are people. There's one guy, Field something. I'm blanking on his name, but he essentially had this song from 2018 go viral this year.
Crazy.
And it's been so long that he doesn't even remember the tuning of his guitar that he played it in. So he had to like try to figure out how he wrote that song because it had been so long because people want to hear it live now. And I was like, that's nuts to think something that 5 years ago all of a sudden is popping off.
Also,
and
put
is your biggest
fucking
song.
Guitar and key when you make a song.
Well, you can make a lot of tunings to do different plucking styles.
I'm just talking shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking like I know anything about guitar.
Phonzz said, tune your guitar.
That's your fucking problem now, buddy.
Tune your guitar, Phonzz said.
Oh man.
Anyways, this is a great conversation.
Yeah, it's nice talking about.
This is like the first episode of Artist Club with Phonzz, Stevie, and Corey.
We have Music Club, Movie Club, TV Club, Gaming Club.
We didn't talk about music, or we didn't talk about movies or TVs at all besides the movie.
And we talked about some TV shows.
Oh yeah,
Apple Music
we did a little bit.
Apple
yeah.
TV. It was a short TV club.
Short TV club. We have no TV club.
Well, if you're listening, we appreciate you, and you should definitely go follow us at movieclub.com.
Nope.
Or not.
I'm hungry.
Word.
Yeah.
I'm Steven.
You gonna get that McDonald's?
Nah, I'm about to go to Chipotle.
You're gonna get a Chipotle bowl.
Load up on protein, you know what I'm saying? Stay on track.
Yep.
We're gonna end the same way we started with Chipotle.
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 What episode? This is 103, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
God damn it. Didn't even intro the pod right again. Haven't done that
okay.
in a while.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Now we're back to traditions of knowledge.
Yeah, just we're losing structure. God damn it, Phonzz. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn it.
We had to destroy it to rebuild it, you know?
Yeah, true. It's a new era. It's a new era, Movie Club. It's summertime.
Springtime.
What?
It is spring. It's not summer until like next
What?
week.
Next week, if you say it's summertime, I'll say, yeah, it is.
I'm like, yeah.
Wait, next week it's summer?
No, I think it's like May. I think it's actually in June that summer hits.
Damn.
Wait, let's see.
June to
It's
September.
almost summertime.
It is. It feels like summer, you know?
It's starting, yeah.
May
feels
1st is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Shouts to y'all.
Summer.